Good day, everyone. We back. Lord have mercy. I think I set it up correctly. Hopefully I did. Sometimes I be messing things up.
Whose house burned down?
Yeah, so we have his name is Uncle Tom. His house, Uncle Tom's house has burned down. And so we are going to try to raise up some money from him. And also, right before we ended the show, we got Tezzy K with the $5. Stay on point about 300K successful people still talking about white supremacy and disasters of situations. Thank you, Tezzy K. That was on the last. He did it at the end of the show. Thank you so much. And yeah, so we're just going to try to have a really good time and try to raise some money for him. The Cash App is there. We already have $50 there. We are trying to raise up some money for Uncle Tom because even though he's highly annoying, he gets on my last damn nerve. He doesn't make any sense half the time. Yes, he has a tongue ring. I don't believe straight men should have that, but that's what he has. But he is a married man.
So let me ask you a question. I'm sorry. Is there like a Cash App that we specifically don't?
So he don't have a phone right now, right? So even his phone burnt down. But I can drop his Cash App so we can specifically drop it to him. Or OG Do Dirty said he wants the link. Let me see if hopefully it could. Hopefully he could pick it up.
However you want to do it, that's gonna
I'm also gonna drop it in. I might have to drop it in. On my community wall. That's probably the easiest way to actually do it because I know when we do this kind of screen, it's kind of difficult to actually hit the links. So I'm about to drop it on my community wall. Hey, what's up, very sexy? Oh, okay, it worked. That is awesome.
Yes.
OG Do Dirty, what it do?
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
OG Do Dirty is somebody that is very close to him, and he has all the information. I don't know if Do Dirty has a wrench, but he could definitely drop the link to where all the money that Uncle Tom can get right away because he lost literally everything: his phone, clothes, we all know he lost his mind a long time ago. However, we could all just help a brother out regardless of
right.
how annoying he is. And Lord knows.
I'll put it in the chat here in just a minute. Man, I just want to say this, bro. You started your show off solid. You know what I'm saying? You didn't say nothing crazy. And like he said, despite everything, bro, we come over here, we support Sharon. Sharon came over there and supported us yesterday. So salute to you. Shows us your character, brother, and everybody else on YouTube. If y'all looking out for Uncle Tom, man, we appreciate y'all. I just want to let him know that personally because we got into it last night. But it is what it is. Every time we go on the stream, these are words. We're having conversations. And like I said, he stood on business. He showed up. So for everybody that want to sit here and talk trash about the nigga, he showed up to our space. We come over to his space. We send cash apps and everything. He came over to our space and did the same. So salute to Sharon. And the rest of y'all can't say nothing to him because he did something that y'all wouldn't do. So he's solid. So appreciate you. Now we'll be dropping it in there, bro. I got to go through these other shows, bro, and let everybody know. Appreciate them for coming through and so forth and doing what y'all doing, bro. Because like Sharon said earlier, this is a time, bro, where we should all come together, bro. You never know. Anybody might be somebody in your space, bro, that you might want to, you know what I'm saying, give help to, bro. And we're going to come over and do the same thing. We just going to keep it as solid as he kept it solid. And all the jokes and all that stuff, that's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for, entertainment. So salute to you, Sharon, and everybody on the panel. I'm going to go in the chat, bro. I'll be listening. I'm going to drop it in there, but I got to hit other spaces to let them know because, time is still out there. So I'm trying to make sure I show love to everybody who's showing love to us. So appreciate y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. And drop all the links as linked to them. Right now, we already, at the beginning of the show, we already raised $50 towards Uncle Tom. And hopefully, whatever it goes, it helps a long way. Even if he's getting insurance and all that down the road, that is all good and everything. However, at the moment, losing everything, just us coming together and showing him that he ain't doing this alone could just change his mental movements day to day. And so we could just do something good for somebody else that we know the person, goddamn. Like, it is okay. We could try to have a good show. I'm going to pull up the video so y'all can see it too, that you can see that it ain't no BS. Oh
no. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go because
you don't want to see the want to see the video.
I'm sorry. No, not like. Is that rude? I'm sorry.
No, I don't know if it's rude or not. If it's a lot for your mental, I understand that 100%. They did shut the video down, but I know some people want to see how it started. Why did it start?
Okay, my bad. Okay, I'm gonna
you know what I'm saying? Because people just be like, "What?" Because you gotta remember when tragedy happens and we are a community, we are nosy people. Us as Black folks, we nosy. We want to see what you mean. I want to see, like even when it's like just something as simple as babies, right? And we've been seeing you pregnant for the past 9 months. And then now the baby shower happened. You had a baby. You don't show us no pictures. I'd be upset. I'm involved in this baby's life too. I want to see the baby. I was there for the whole 9 months.
Right.
I want to see my baby. It would be 2 years before you seen that baby.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They be making they be holding out on the baby pictures and all that. No, I want to see the baby. I was there. I was there when you had all the what's the thing called, the sonograms, and you showing all the sonograms.
Yes.
Every month, the 3-month one, the 6 month, last one.
My apologies.
I'm about to pop any day now.
Be rude. Sorry.
You feel what I'm saying, Sexy Red? Also I'm the one that was trying to give you advice. Say, oh no, you gotta put the rubber when you itch and don't scratch it. Put the baby on. Put the cocoa butter on the scratch if you start scratching. You don't want no stretch marks.
Okay, I'll be coming to you for questions if I ever happen to be in that predicament.
Absolutely, and I helped deliver 2 babies that wasn't mine. I was all up in there with the doctor. I was like, "No, move over, nurse. Let me see what's going on in there. Hold on. It ain't ready. Let me see. It's only 6 centimeters. It ain't ready."
I wish you might.
I'm licensed. Otis, what you mean?
You a doula now?
I'm a doula. Exactly. I'm a doula. But the Cash App is running across as of right now. And to OG Do Dirty drops the exact Cash App that he could send strictly and directly to OG right now. I collected it on my Cash App. We'll stay here for a little bit so we can try to raise some dollars for him, so we can send over from the SBG Nation over to him and help him out, help out a fellow content creator. If you're like, I don't know.
If someone sends super chat over, will you send that money over? Or does it have to be Cash App?
Yeah, Cash App, because who's going to wait a month?
I don't understand how it works, so I don't know what that meant. But
what I put fundraiser. Hey, we know Black men read at a 3rd grade reading level.
Fundraiser.
Jeez Louise, Sharon.
Hey, I was talking while I was doing it.
I get it.
They be thinking that this stuff be easy. I be trying to type, talk, and do all
people think it is easy. This stuff is hard. I be moving. People think it took me 3 years to develop this. Okay.
Maybe they like, all you gotta do is click a button. It's more
Not at all.
It's more than just clicking a button.
Yeah, it is.
I got to find a way to, let me see, it's for people to hit the link. I guess I could do it through the community wall, right? That's probably a way I could do it.
Yeah, but anything helps, definitely in this difficult time. If you can provide, anything, that would be great. I don't have the Cash App or anything yet, but when we get it, we'll definitely post that.
Because a lot of people was was doing things. I believe the Angry Man, he was also scheduled something as well. He tried to do something as well. So shout out to him. What's up, man?
Man, not much, man. I had to I ain't the reason why I ain't got on the panel today because Jay Prince made me angry.
Damn, what he do to you?
Nah, he was just saying some retarded stuff, and that made me angry. And I just told him I had got real angry.
I'm sorry that happened to you. What happened?
Nah,
what he do?
He just said something made me angry.
Talked about
And I
slow
told
down.
him, dude, you the most retarded dude I ever.
Don't say that word, Jalen. Jeez. What did he say?
Handicap.
What did he say to you, Jalen?
He told me he got 3 women pregnant. He left them, and that made me angry.
Yeah, that is definitely frustrating.
Damn, and why did that make you angry, Jalen?
I told him, dude, you just say stupid stuff, and it made me angry. He said something I didn't like, so I got mad. So I got real angry at him on the panel and started saying some hateful, mean stuff to him.
And so, what you wanna help out the young ladies that he had got pregnant? You think he should have stayed with them? What you think?
Yeah, he should have stayed with her.
Which one out of the 3?
The one he got girl pregnant, and I told him, dude, why you can't take care of you? You got 3 kids from different women, and I told him, dude, why you just can't take care of your kids? So I just got angry at him and said some demonic hateful stuff to him on other panels. And I got dropped. And also I hate wish death on him too.
Oh,
damn,
that's terrible, Jalen. Don't terrible. Do that. Yeah, we don't have to do
that's
that.
terrible. Make sure y'all hitting that goddamn like button at least. God damn it. I know it's very difficult for y'all to support somebody that's truthful and honest. I get it. Y'all like the liars. And I'm sorry that I'm sorry I can't be a liar. I can't do it in sexy way. I be trying to lie, but I just can't. I can't. It's not a part of my personality to just lie to folks like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's terrible. It's awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, but you have to go where it's something that I had to learn myself, which was hard, is to go where you're respected and not where you're tolerated. You know.
Yes, because for sure, I go to certain places and I absolutely get. I don't know what I get.
Pummeled.
Yeah, that's probably the word.
Hell, you go over here.
That's probably the proper word for it. So this is what happened on 2 nights ago. This actually happened on the late night stream, so everybody can see what happened to the young man. He was streaming, and so he's streaming. He starts running.
He's on that food.
See, now you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. Now he runs across.
Good night, everyone. Glad that Bussy Bullwolf didn't rage quit tonight.
What the fuck is wrong with this nigga?
Something on fire?
What's going on?
You can start to see.
Oh, goddamn. Do you see the smoke? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What the hell?
What the fuck?
Okay, we need to cut this. Hey, y'all, appreciate everybody coming through. We'll get at y'all in a little bit.
Yeah, cut this off, man.
Oh!
Yeah. Wow.
So
I'm glad they cut it. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh.
So like that's wild, man.
Praise the Lord.
And like it's kind of good that he do stream late at night.
Right? Yeah.
Take that damn picture of Jalen. Who is this strange white man? Who is this white man that you have on your screen, Jalen? This is my problem with your ass, Jalen. God damn it.
You said you dropped
crazy as hell. Jalen is crazy.
So so that's what happened 2 nights ago, late night, and I'm glad that he was awake because if that could have happened, because I'm not sure, maybe it was an electrical fire, because from what I understand, that was the garage that he opened up. That's the garage door, so it wasn't like he opened up the kitchen and he was cooking because he was hungry, staying up late at night. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just glad they all got out and everybody's safe, even the dogs too. You know what I'm saying? Because the babies,
Did it say where the fire started at?
They don't know. So the investigation is now. They also got. I don't have the pictures itself, but I seen the pictures of the house, and man, it's down to the ground. I mean, the cars is even burned. So
Same thing
like,
happened to my
and I'm
sister.
just thinking that if the garage caught on fire, it's either somebody you made very upset, like your neighbor started a fire at your house, or it was electrical. It's the only 2 things I could think of. Like, how else can it? You know, that was the garage.
Crazy.
That's not a normal place where you have fires. It's not normal. So the only thing I can think is electrical or arson.
Good for him. He got the mess up out of there. Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't messing around.
Finally, all that screaming and yelling that he do, it went to a good cause. Goddamn. Absolutely.
Yeah, that same thing happened to my sister in her apartment complex. One of the maintenance guy left a faulty heater on or something like that.
Oh.
Burned down the whole complex.
Right. Something as simple as that can really affect everything for sure.
Yep.
Absolutely. Max Payne said electric vehicle. I don't think he has any electric vehicles because he is very big on gasoline and being America. America. He believes in gas vehicles, shotguns, and pickup trucks. That's what he believes in. He don't believe in no goddamn electric. He will call that a soy boy car. That's what he would call it.
I didn't know it was on live like that. That's what I did. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that part is wild that it was actually called a video. And like, and you know, people don't really understand. Like, that is crazy. Like, he left his phone, everything, all your life, all your memories. Like, you know, a lot of people might say, oh, but he got insurance and all these things.
But
however,
yeah,
it can't really replace your memories that you built. If you've been there for 5, 10, 20 years, however long he's been living in that house, you just cannot replace those memories. Yes, you get a brand new house, technically.
Yeah.
But man, it ain't really worth it for real.
Try to keep all my important papers in one of those fireproof safe boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you can't keep your pictures, certain pictures that you don't even have anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
that is true.
All those old school pictures of, you know what I'm saying?
I did take some pictures of the pictures though.
Yeah, that's very important.
Scan it. That's good to if you know you got.
Gotta give some more advice. That's great advice right there.
That's all
I think also, you know, like I know we always tease this Sexy Red, but hey, listen, when we hear that fire alarm beep, it's important to change that goddamn battery.
Yeah. I couldn't live with that though, to be honest. I don't know how people can live with that. I could barely put up with my alarm, okay? But
you know, so that people be thinking like it's just something small. That little battery could save your whole family life, goddamn.
Mm-hmm. But man, thank God for his discernment to just get up immediately, not try to end the stream or, you know, it's a fire, guys. No, he just got up and
went straight to action.
To go check, yes. And this is why you know, we always give men such a hard time, but this is why men are important, because he acted immediately on his instinct and went and got his family and protected his loved ones. So shout out to him. And man, I'm so glad him and his family and, you know, and everybody are okay, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's awesome that that was in real time when you know, you hear the men always complain, say, hey, no, you need a man in the house to do that. See the reaction. He started running, screaming, yelling.
Yes,
all even though I know people might make fun of that, oh, he was screaming like whatever. But no, he went, checked to see what the issue was. Smelled it, heard it, whatever it was. He went, look, oh, shit. And then he immediately ran to the family and started screaming and yelling to wake everybody up because it was late at night. Yeah. And if it wasn't for the people that also have access to his StreamYard, you know, luckily, because then we would have seen the whole thing go down. So,
good point.
I'm just glad that they turned it off and not trying to keep it on, you know, because people be dirty sometimes.
Anything for some views.
Anything for a buck, you know what I mean? But
I mean, you know, a lot of people always say that, but it doesn't really translate that in real life. I get it. People say, "Oh, y'all doing this for views," but every time when somebody say that, I barely see the action of views or money at that moment.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
When we screaming and yelling at each other, it's barely any money. It ain't no money.
Oh, that's so true.
Oh, Sharon.
They always like, oh, y'all only doing this for the money. Mother, they want to see y'all screaming, yelling.
that takes place? The numbers don't go up in your analytics.
Sorry, Sharon. It was
No.
that white man had
They actually turn your analytics yellow.
Yeah,
Yo,
it's not
What do you
good.
mean the dollar sign?
Yes,
Hey,
but it
Sharon,
doesn't do.
let me
Like
tell you
people
this.
think that it does good, but it does not.
It doesn't. It's not good content.
Yeah,
I get
Sharon,
it that the nosy people and the messy people, they love it, so they send it through their Discord, and then yes, you do get a rise in numbers, but that the people that do come with the rise in numbers, they're not actually really supporters or somebody that actually want to see the channel do well, or it's going to come back tomorrow. They only there to see that 10-minute clip that they watch, and then they gone. So it doesn't really actually help the analytics for real.
Also, keeping that energy up day to day is difficult, and it's draining. It's draining.
That part for is draining. Yes, that is true. It's like you're looking for drama to keep up.
Yes, and you don't want to do that because then people will think that you're all about drama all the time.
I agree with
when
that.
you really just join the panel and then the drama starts. I don't know.
It just happened. I don't know what.
Can exit? Is this thing good?
Yeah, Sharon, I'm sorry, man. That picture I have of white man, it was El Geen.
So what the hell you talking about, Jalen? You talking about the topic what we talking about, or you talking about something else?
No, I want to talk about something. I was talking about the topic. But I had a picture of a white man called El Geen. I'm sorry.
So what we was talking about just now, Jalen?
Talking about the Uncle Tom house was set on fire. That was it.
Okay, and now what did you say again?
No, that picture of a white man was El Geen. I'm sorry.
And so what that picture of the white person got to do with the conversation?
I wasn't trying to derail it, bro. I was trying not to derail the conversation.
It looks like it, because we talking about something else, and now you telling me about some white man that I don't care about.
All right.
But yeah, and I definitely find it interesting, since this is just a fundraiser stream, because I can't spell.
Yeah.
So this is just a fact. Make sure y'all hitting that like button, hit that share button, so we can have a good time. Hey, what you think on Sexy Red about this whole angry man and Izzy blind, Izzy broke thing going on? Since we have one of these streams where I can just talk about nonsense.
I'm
really
disappointed. I am. I'm so mad at Angry Man right now. Why you go? I am, because he the king, right? Right, he the king. So Imperious come in, some little peasant out of nowhere comes in, disrupts the whole stream, and now everybody's fighting. I'm disappointed. I'm sorry, I am. But I don't like how Izzy trying to milk it and try to make it look, because I feel like he disrespected Angry Man.
Really?
I do.
Say word. I did not believe that. Now, what part do you think that Izzy actually instigated the disrespect?
It was, I can't pinpoint exactly. It was more the arrogance behind it. But then again, you don't know how, especially when it comes to this YouTube shit, you don't know who's poking who. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of times you can't see it. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like Izzy has some kind of. It seemed like he has some kind of old back in the days. Hey, you should be respecting me like how I was in the street type of thing. Like, hey, he not recognizing that. Hey, it's okay. Angry Man is just a man in this space, and you not. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's eating him up for sure. For sure.
Man,
oh, go ahead, Jalen.
Man, Angry Man's a bitch, bro. He blocked me for no reason. I hate that nigga. I hate him.
You know, people do get mad when you block them. I did not know.
I know.
All I did for that Drake comments, he got mad at Drake comments, so he blocked me for that. I'm like, man, that's why I unsubscribed and never came back to his channel. I'm like, I hate that nigga. I hate Angry Man for sure.
So you was on the side of Kendrick Lamar, he blocked you?
Yeah, for no reason. I'm like, man, I hate this nigga. I'm out.
Oh my god. Hey, Sexy Red, why is getting blocked are getting timed out. Such a harsh truth for so many people.
That's such a good question. I wish I knew, because if somebody blocked me, I would never tell nobody. Nobody would know. I would never.
Yeah, I wouldn't know neither.
I wouldn't tell. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't tell nobody, because, like, to me, that's like, why you block me? You know, like, okay.
Also, Jay Prince
You know,
blocked
but
me
the people know what they did to get blocked.
That's
the
the
crazy part.
Come on, like, cause I know, like yesterday, I was in Angry Man's channel. Yesterday, I was going in Sexy Red. I was having a good old time. I was like, I see why people do be trolling. I do understand it, even though mine was very playful.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
I was talking hella shit in that chat. I was cooking up his bed, the chain, the watch. I was telling how blind Izzy is. I was having a good old time. I was cooking both of them
Some
up.
people are really easy to get to provoke.
So I was having a good old time.
Sharon, and Jay Prince blocked me too. I'm like, I went to his channel. I told him, I hate you, dude. And he blocked me.
Jalen. Jalen.
Useful information.
It's not trolling, bro. This is the truth. I already told it.
Thank you,
That's
Jalen.
how I feel about Jay Prince. I hate
Who
that
do
nigga.
you like, Jalen?
Hmm?
Who do you like on the internet? Who do you follow and kind of like look up to?
Red Supreme, Donovan Sharp, Obsidian, Coach Greg Adams.
Okay.
What about Sharon?
I look up to him too.
That's
Well, you didn't
what's up.
name him, so that was kind of crazy.
That
I
was
think it
kinda
was
crazy.
implied. It's implied since he's up here.
Absolutely not. A lot of
Yeah.
people that come up here, they dislike my ass.
They be right on your panel.
They
In your
be
face.
right here.
Send in the super chat. Thanks for having me.
Hate me. Oh, they like as soon as they said it. Oh, I hate this.
I hate this. Ooh.
I hate that little ass chain that he wear.
Sir, that's a
I hate
necklace.
that little grin.
I hate the fact that he let AR drive that little ass Honda Accord.
I hate he let niggas sidestep puddles.
Also, I look up to Kevin Samuels too.
What did he mean by that? Because I caught the tail end of that.
This man over here talking about he stomps in puddles because it's so masculine.
Stomping with the big dogs. Ain't nobody dodging no.
He said ladies, women said that if he caught in the rain, would he with an umbrella that makes him feminine or some shit?
Absolutely. Sexy Red, can you imagine? All right, look, think about it like this, Sexy Red, right? I don't know you, you don't know me.
Okay.
I'm walking down the street. I'm coming out the building. You're like, damn, this man looks sexy as hell. Look at that beautiful beard, that long, beautiful stride that he got. And I look at you and I smile. And then as soon as I get past the door and the rain happens, you're looking directly at me now, Sexy Red. And then I go like this. Sexy Red. Sexy Red, look, let's imagine that. You was thinking all that good stuff, and I go, and I run to the car. Ooh, I got in.
My neck might get cold. Ooh.
Come on, Sexy Red. What did that look like?
I prefer you to have an umbrella. Just have an umbrella.
Okay, all right. So Sexy Red says
Yes,
she
ma'am.
prefer. All right, so
Y'all
now
can wear hoodies any damn way.
that's what a man looks like. He have a hoodie or he have a hat on when it rains. So
Exactly.
imagine now, Sexy Red. So that part don't look. So what about I got my umbrella and I'm walking. No, I got my hand like.
Yeah, that is kind of wild. I don't like it. Now that you
How I got my hand, Sexy Red? Tell me what masculine way I can hold this umbrella. Let me try to hold on. Right, so I got it, and then now when a puddle comes, I'm skipping through the rain, Sexy Red, and jumping on my tippy toes, frolicking through the rain.
damn it, Sinatra.
What
Afro
a
nerd, that is you.
glorious feeling.
I know he carrying an umbrella. I know it.
You tell me where the masculinity in that, Sexy Red TV.
The way you had your hand, no, don't. Yeah, I'd rather you take the shirt with that ugly ass face. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I prefer that. That's better.
Shout out to Unlikely, somebody that lived in a rainy ass state where nobody buys umbrellas over there at all. They let it rain, god damn it. Would you let them know, Unlikely? Nobody walking around no damn umbrellas. We grown out here. We grown masculine men. Masculine men don't walk around no damn umbrellas.
I just in the rain, I'm just gonna walk through that shit because it be warm. That's why. Now, if it's cold, if I'm up north, shit me. But down here, of course, you know, Kuna Matata.
Told you. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Yes, sir. That is completely different than what you were talking about.
No, it ain't. It's a complete.
Yes, it is. You said you was gonna be wearing. He just said he would use an umbrella if it was cold ass rain, not if it's warm rain. He said if he was up north and it was raining, he would use an umbrella. But down south, because it's warm rain, he's fine with it.
So look, all I'm saying, Unlikely said he ain't skipping through the rain, jumping over little puddles on his tippy toes, looking like a ballerina.
You just gotta learn how to jump if you're jumping off your tippy toes, man. Thought you played basketball.
Hey, Unlikely, did you hear about what happened with Uncle Tom?
Yeah, I heard about it. That's what he get.
Oh shit! Hell no!
Talking bad about his fucking people all damn day. I don't give a shit. I heard him call people the hard ER too many damn times, and God came back and said, "What you say, nigga?" No. Yeah.
Even though I do disagree with a lot of things that people say, I still don't like to see people and their families and their children and their dogs go through such a terrible, that's devastating. So I'm sorry, I can't agree with that, but that's your own, that's your own opinion. So.
Goddamn. And we need 70 more goddamn lights, goddamn it. What's up, Sexy Bangs? Good day, sir. How you feeling today?
Am I supposed to click up with the race trader? Let me know.
God damn.
Just let me know. Tell me.
No.
Or am I supposed to fully gang bang this black shit? What I'm supposed to do? Because I be confused. Y'all be confusing me. One day y'all want us to be fully black, pro black. The next day y'all want us to be like, nah, don't half black it.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with being half black now.
Hey, y'all.
Talk to him, hey, y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with being half black,
Yeah, we call y'all mulattoes. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I mean,
Hey, also shout out to Frida Green that he is safe. Hey, Unlikely, I bet you didn't know this. Frida Green, no celebrities. Frida Green, this week he was in the car with Little Boosie.
Does anyone have Uncle Tom's channel or his?
They got into a car accident.
Or his?
Yeah, make sure. You know what? I do have. Well, I'm waiting for OG Do Dirty to send me the link.
Okay.
To the Cash App that they are using currently, because the one that Uncle Tom normally uses, he don't have his phone yet.
This is a fundraiser, guys.
Yeah.
So, because somebody can't spell, but that's neither here nor there. But we will get that information to you shortly. Does anybody have his channel name or anything?
I tagged it in the
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his channel tag is called The Porsche Session. Okay. Now how you spell fund?
Oh, FUND.
Damn. And what did I put?
Found.
God damn.
Just a little fat finger, nothing crazy,
God damn it. And it's saying I can't.
And don't curse out Daddy.
That's right. Don't curse me out, goddamn. Because I ain't do nothing to nobody. Why does it tell me I can't do it? How about I just cancel that good? Okay, I could do it right here. All right. Because what, baby? It's okay. It's a fundraiser. We can have a little fun. Yes.
Say to them.
Uh-huh.
Because if you curse me out,
right.
You can't talk ever again.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. The United Tongue Ring Fund. Damn. God damn. Shout out to Freddie Green. I'm glad that he's okay. A lot of people going through some things, man. You never know who's going through something at any given moment. Shout out to Freddie Green. I'm glad that he's okay. I am teasing him because we know Little Boosie did get into a car accident recently. And Freddie Green got into a very serious car accident recently, but he's okay. He said his back hurt, but he is okay. Also, DJ Witch Doctor as well. You seen what happened to him, Sexy Red TV?
No, what happened to him?
What? First of all, I thought the motherfucker, let me not curse my own damn stream, right? I thought he lived with Uncle Tom because guess what the person that lived above him did?
What?
Burned down his goddamn apartment, Sexy Red TV.
No. Wait.
Absolutely. Yes, the person that lived above DJ Witch Doctor burned down his apartment, and DJ Witch Doctor had to call Izzy Bands for some goddamn help and say, hey, how do I make it through the night?
A lot of people. This is a hard time for a lot of people. This is terrible. It's bad.
Yeah.
Things will get better.
Yeah. So now DJ Witch Doctor's in the garage.
Damn.
But the good thing about it, we got somebody that is like Izzy Bands that could get us through these tough times. He can explain to us exactly how to use the gas properly.
You are so wrong, bro.
What you mean?
Come on, man. Have a heart. Is there a heart?
Is there a heart?
Is there a heart in the house tonight?
Stand up. Stand up. Let me know. But I thought that was kind of crazy too. Like, damn, both of y'all going through that at the same time, going through something so dramatic as a fire. Luckily, DJ Witch Doctor, the house is fine. He just got water damage in his roof and stuff like that. So you're probably gonna take him maybe a couple of days before he probably can go back in as well. At the beginning of the month, like, damn, you can't even hold your rent back. Shit.
I don't know, man.
Because at least if it had happened before you paid the rent, hey, I don't know.
I agree with Tiff. Yeah. You see, I try to hold that man accountable, and he just skirt.
What he do?
I said, you up here sitting kiki and laughing and flip-flopping with that MAGA hat on for the last year, talking about Trump and shit. What's up with these? What's up with the stock market and shit? What's up with that? Oh, we don't want to talk about that though. Okay.
Not only that, very Sexy Red TV, but also somebody had came to the chat the other day. Oh, I see the stock market going back up. By the end of it did a quick 10-minute spike and went right back down.
Right back down.
It's up today.
Mm-hmm.
He came out with an announcement saying tariffs are delayed, or 10% on everybody else and 125% on China or whatever, and 90-day pause. That's what it was. So the market's up like 7% or something.
So he put another extension. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's
my
crazy.
bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you good. I was going to say the same thing. Lately, me and you've been thinking alike. Get out my mind, girl.
Get out of that, Sharon.
Shit.
Twin, where have you been? I don't know the song.
Me neither. I only know that part too.
But no, when you on this, I believe if you're on YouTube long enough, you do start thinking and having kind of the same type of topics and ideas. I think that's natural because iron sharpens iron. I just think that's natural though.
That is not natural. That sounds like sword fighting to me.
You don't like that? Oh, my bad.
I ain't sharpening no steel with no other. No.
He said you're not gonna catch him slipping.
Because from what I understand, sandpaper sharpens steel.
I did not know that.
Yes,
so I'm sandpaper.
Ooh. In a good way,
in a good way. Yeah. Because you know they try to run with that.
It's dry as hell. Oh God.
Gotta make content out of a misunderstanding. Y'all are wild.
They do be wild as hell. They do.
So I got the Cash App. Did you?
You found it?
Yeah.
Yeah, drop it. You gotta. Yeah, put it in the chat. Hell yeah. I could pin it. And type something nice. Say for
shit. Well, damn. Well, I didn't do that.
It's okay. You can do it again. It's okay.
I'll do it again.
I mean, you can spell better than me.
That is true.
And tell them to put SBG so they know it's from us. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna get cursed out in like a day or two anyway about it, but it's still all good. I should review the goddamn when I was over there, how they was treating me. They was mistreating me over there, goddamn.
Hey, I say, why not?
Because the reason why they was mistreating me over there because they had the same thinking as AR's other half.
Who's your other half?
I don't. I don't know what he's talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, your other half of you.
No, what are you talking about, man? You can't listen to anything. You can't listen to everything Sharon says, man.
Why not? I only tells the truth, the whole truth. Yeah. So help me.
What channel you said is like my other half? You talking about his channel?
Does it show it pinned or how does it work on this vertical? Does it show it pinned?
I see it.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay. No, what they was talking about, first of all, they was beating me up because your beliefs of this kid not being you feel so what is it? So since you're here now, what is it that
you trying to get me kicked out again, man?
Yeah,
we was having a good time. You trying to get me kicked out.
I'm not trying to get you kicked out.
Okay, let's bring this back up so I get you kicked out again.
No, I could suspend it. You are safe. You got immunity. Don't worry about it.
It's all good. No, let them spend their money, man. I'm making, it's nice making you a little bit of money. I feel good.
Wow.
I was just up there in Brooklyn. I know y'all ain't got much.
You see Sexy Red.
Y'all pay all these taxes. Y'all pay all these taxes and y'all got them shitty ass roads.
You see how quickly the other half comes out?
My bad. Hold on. Let me talk. Let me look in the mirror and talk to myself right quick. What do you mean by them? What did you mean? What's happening right now?
I know what he was talking about. Well, when he said it right there, I knew exactly what. Okay.
What are you talking about, man?
What's that guy with the half and half face in Batman? That's you.
Oh, come on. That's kind of mean. That's kind of mean. That's kind of mean.
I'm sorry. My bad.
I was just watching that damn movie the other day too.
That's a great movie.
The one is that the one with Poison Ivy and Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Absolutely not. That's the one with the Joker, Heath Ledger.
Yeah, Heath Ledger and Christian Bale. But what were you asking, Sharon?
What is your thoughts on what is transpiring with this case that we were talking about earlier?
I mean the same thing. I kind of said earlier that people didn't like. I guess people don't like the truth. It is what it is. It's all good. People like echo chambers. That stuff that you guys are talking about. I'm not on Twitter, so I'm not seeing like the racist stuff and all that stuff. So I'm just looking at the situation as it is. I'm not thinking white people on Twitter are saying this, and so it kind of gets the community to double down on protecting or defending the dude to make sure, like you guys were saying, that he has a fair trial and due process and all that stuff. I'm not thinking about all that extra racist people on. I don't care what they say. The racists are gonna say what they say no matter what.
So do you ever think about which half? So your left hand never think about if the right hand is clean.
Sometimes like on some days, if I'm feeling some type of way, I might only use my left hand. You know what I'm saying?
You like stay dirty.
Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, I don't think he has I don't think he really has a self-defense case. I think like the prosecutor is going to bring up the fact that supposedly his uncle posted something on Facebook or something saying they maybe had some issues prior or something like that. I don't know why he shouldn't have done that. I think that the prosecutor is going to try to throw that to the jury and say, they had a problem prior. Kid brought a knife to school, went to the other side of the tent, knowing that he had problems with people over there. When the confrontation happened, the kid egged the guy on to touch him and reach in his bag while he was doing it. So he had the intention of doing that type of harm. I don't think it's a good look to have posted on Facebook. And I don't think that you have a self-defense case. Self-defense normally relies on, depends on the state and everything, but typically it's you responding with enough force that your peers would say, oh, that was the right amount of force given the situation. You being pushed by a kid, I don't think that you're going to have a strong case of self-defense saying that, oh, I got pushed, so I'm going to stab him in the chest. I don't think he's going to do 20 years. I heard someone say, "Oh yeah, he's if he's found guilty, he might do 15 or 20." I don't think that's going to happen. It'll probably be a manslaughter and not like a crazy. I think he's 16 or 15, right?
17.
He's 7. Yeah, Texas do be trying people as adults. I don't know. It's kind of tough. I don't see a self-defense case though, and I hope he doesn't get like 20 years. I hope more information comes out about the circumstances surrounding their relationship, because but that bullshit about he was scared for his life, it sounded just like white people talk when they talking about a cop killing an unarmed black man or something. It's like I fear for my life, so I shot him. It's like, bro, no you didn't. Like, and that kid I don't think was fearing for his life. No.
Right. So now that is where the argument is really at. So now with that being said, those cops usually get off because of what? The law.
Yeah, but cops have a different type of thing because of their job, so they're not going to be held to the same standard in these situations as a regular citizen is.
Okay, so you're saying the citizen should be held to a higher standard than the cop?
I'm not saying anything about what it should be. I'm saying what it is. And
right, so I'm trying to
cops
understand.
because of their job, they have different. They're held to a different standard because their job is intense. Their job is this, and so it is what it is. If you have issues with that, then that's a completely separate discussion about that issue. It's not let's take this one case and say, there's a discrepancy. I have issues with it, therefore I'm going to side with this. Like, that's a completely different issue.
It is not. So it's not a completely.
Okay. Can you give an example of the cops that you feel?
The reason why it's not a completely different issue is because if the young man feared for his life, he should do what he got to do to escape. It's not like he stabbed him multiple times. It's not like he instigated the fight. He protected himself and ran.
I want to know how many times.
Situations.
I want to know how many times he told the school about any situation that he had with
I would like to see that, because his uncle posts on Facebook that they've had situations before or whatever. Okay. If he felt like he feared for his life, or if he felt like it was really that big of a threat that he needs to carry a knife to school, I would like to see the paper trail. That's something that either him or his parents would have brought up to the school, and the school didn't do anything about it. Then you have a case. If they had brought it up to the school and the school still did nothing about it, then I think you have a pretty you have a stronger case for self-defense or whatever, because he brought it up to the adults, he brought it up to the authorities, and they didn't do anything about it.
Let's
so
be
he felt
honest,
the need to bring the knife.
In that type of situation, they always think the black person is the aggressor. Every fucking time. Every time. And then there's a paper trail of that, well, I've had an issue with this person, and then the person takes it into their own hands, and now it's a problem. I mean, I'm not justifying. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that to a certain extent.
Most of the time, if it's a black person and a white person, they'll always look at the black person as the instigator.
It's the thing is that just because someone is the aggressor in a situation doesn't mean you can just use any type of force that you want.
Absolutely not. Yeah, that's not a justification.
Even if he's not the aggressor, which it doesn't sound like he is from what I read. But he's not the aggressor. Doesn't mean just because he got pushed doesn't mean you can. If you get pushed at Walmart, you don't get to just unload 8 rounds into someone.
All right, but where does that hold up at? We talking about this case. Does that hold up? You talking about morally, or we talking about legally?
Legally
in Texas.
Have you never taken a concealed carry or anything class?
Legally in Texas, but we're not talking about concealed carry. We talking about
but the whole point about concealed carry is they talk about self-defense. And so in Texas is different. I can't speak. That's why I'm saying Texas is different. Maybe they have something different, but in North Carolina, your proportion of force needs to be a reasonable proportion of force. It needs to be proportionate to the force used against you, essentially. So there was that case in New York not that long ago on the subway where the chick stabbed the dude while he was getting mollywopped by the other dude. Mm-hmm. And then I think the dude pulled out a gun, and then the dude her boyfriend ended up taking the gun and shooting him or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened. I thought that no charges were filed, or that they dropped the charges.
No, because so the gun was a illegal gun.
That didn't answer what I just said.
So yes, those people are in jail.
Who's in jail?
The one that did the stabbing and the person that did the shooting.
So are we talking about the same case where the dude got on and started whooping?
Yep, and he took the gun from the person. All 3 of those people are in jail.
I thought the dude died.
No, he did not.
Oh, okay.
And if he did, then he's dead and the other two is in jail. But regardless, that gun that was shot on the train was not a legal gun, and the knife was definitely not legal as well. So now let's go back to what we talking about with Texas law and talking about stand your ground. So he doesn't have to retreat in Texas.
I never said he had a duty to retreat. Just because you don't have a duty to retreat doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want while you're standing your ground. It's again still proportionate. Generally speaking, self-defense.
What makes you think that? So what makes you say that it's proportionate? If he think that his life is in danger, he did what he did to get out of in danger. How can you? You
can think your life is in danger all you want. It's about what your peers think. So it's going to go to trial, and if you can't convince your peers, the jury of your peers, that your life was in danger because you got pushed, then you're going to get charged with, whether it be manslaughter or murder.
But how many times has he been pushed before this incident?
Yeah, again, I'm down with you. I want to see more history, but from what we know, if you're out in public and you some dude says something to you and you can't just go, I fear for my life, so I shot him in the head. That's not going to fly. If you get pushed by a dude,
I need you to.
You can't just say that you feared for your life.
So you got to stay to the topic. You talking about?
I'm talking to the topic.
You are not talking to the topic when you talking about shoot somebody in the head.
Okay, if you're in public and you say some dude says something to you, so you feared for your life, so you stabbed him. That's not going to fly. You can't just say.
So that's what I'm saying.
Dude, how many times are you not going to let me get my point across?
You're not using the topic, and
I'm getting there.
No,
Relax.
You're not.
I am getting there. Okay. The reason why your whole premise is he feared for his life, therefore he should be able to do whatever he wants. And I'm telling you, that's not how it works in the court of law.
No, but I'm telling you that you are using things that is not comparable to this conversation.
And I'm getting there. So if someone says something to
but you're doing it on a false. What I'm saying is that I don't want you to do it on a false pretense.
Okay, so how about I get to the end of it and then you can tell me if I did or didn't get to there.
But I could tell. So I don't.
You can't tell because you didn't let me finish.
I can hear you.
You can't. I don't care whether you can hear me. You're still not letting me finish.
No, but
you hear me, but you're not listening.
No,
you just want to keep.
No, the problem is that I am listening to you. And you talking about guns, and you talking about somebody walking up on you the street. We talking about something very specific, not
I will get there.
We're not talking about a hypothetical.
I will get there.
No, but you can't get there on a false pretense.
Your premise is the whole your foundation is that if you fear for your life, you can do whatever you need to do to defend yourself in any situation. That is your That is your foundation. You're saying that he feared for his life because he got pushed. You said he feared for his life because he got pushed.
That's not my premise.
You didn't even let him say his premise.
That's not my premise.
Go ahead. So what is the foundation of your argument?
That what I'm trying to tell you, that you are building off this idea off a fallacy. First of all, I didn't say any of those things that you are thinking that I'm trying to say. So stop trying to add other things. Let's just go with the stats and the facts that's in this case, which is the young man got pushed 3 times before he stabbed him. He stabbed him 1 time with a 3-inch knife. Ran down the stairs, and he didn't even stay to watch the body. He didn't even know if he actually killed him or not, but he just got out of there, ran to the bottom of the stairs where all the teachers at, gave himself up, and started crying. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Not this other stuff that you are saying. So now with that information, now you could build off whatever you want to say.
Okay. So now are you good on yours? In 1 sentence, tell me what your foundation is.
That he felt like he was in danger. That's why he pulled out the 3-inch knife, stabbed him, and ran down the steps.
Okay, so your argument is that he was in danger. And he felt like he was in danger. Therefore, he stabbed someone.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. So going back to what I was saying, in the court of law, you don't just get to say, I feel like I was in danger, therefore I shot someone, or I stabbed someone, or I did some other type of fatal thing. It's still about proportionality. You being pushed 3 times, you don't get to say, I was pushed 3 times, therefore I felt like I was in danger, therefore I killed someone, or I attempted to kill someone, or I did some level of harm that wasn't necessary. It wasn't proportionate to the level of violence that I was receiving. You don't get to do that. That is the court of law. We can look up Texas self-defense code. All the self-defense that I've seen always relies on proportionality. You being pushed 3 times, and the fact that you want to sit here and try to argue, or people want to sit here and try to defend, he was pushed 3 times, therefore he stabbed him, and that's okay. That's not proportionate to what you were receiving. It's not even close to proportionate. Punching him would have been proportionate. Pushing him back would have been proportionate.
How do you determine what's proportionate for somebody?
I'm not on the jury, so I don't get to decide. But whoever's on the jury is going to, the prosecutor and the defense are going to argue to the jury, and they're going to try to get the jury. We're on the same page, I feel like. Sexy Red.
Okay.
No, we agree. We agree that
what they're trying to ask you is like, stop. I mean, right? Hold on. So calm down. So what I'm trying to. What we're trying to understand is like, what is your premise? Like, you telling us what possibly can happen. We don't want no hypothetical, right? You telling us what the jury might do and what this person might do. What we're saying. So why are you saying that 2 or 3 pushes is not?
2 or 3 pushes is not you're asking me why I think that 2 or 3 pushes, someone pushing you or him, whatever, 2 or 3 times does not
in a violent way.
Okay, in a violent way. You getting pushed 2 or 3 times. You're asking me why I don't feel like that's enough to say I should be able to kill someone or that I should be able to stab someone.
Right.
Okay. So I don't. That's just that's not proportionate force.
If you put your hands on me, you don't get to determine the level of force that I respond.
Okay, here. I'm gonna say it again. It's up to the jury. You're gonna get 12 people on the box.
So that's fine,
but we're not and the defense will argue.
Hold on, please. I don't want to argue about a hypothetical. It's up to some.
It's all about hypotheticals because the trial hasn't even happened yet.
Not in a hypothetical when we have. It's not about a hypothetical. He's not in trial yet. If that's the case, then there's no point of you even saying anything because if everything's up to the jury, then that means your opinion that this conversation doesn't even mean anything to. So this doesn't even mean anything to the subject if you're just saying it's up to the jury. What you say doesn't even matter then.
Yeah, nothing we say on here matters. We're not in the jury. What are you talking about? This is just a conversation to be had about us as onlookers, looking at what we think or don't think.
So now have the conversation.
At the end of the day, you're asking me. You're asking me.
Hold on. So now stop telling us about the jury and tell us about what you think and how you feel about it. Stop telling us about the jury.
Again, already did. I've said it repeatedly. Yes, I have.
We're asking you to substantiate
I don't,
the 3 pushes that you're not substantiating. So this is what we're saying. You are not substantiating how that man did not feel, how somebody would not feel their life being threatened by being violently pushed. When you're telling somebody that stop,
the fact that you have to add adjectives onto the push just goes to show how weak the argument is. You have to say violently pushed. He wasn't pushed to the ground.
You got to let me finish saying what I'm saying.
I don't get to finish, but go ahead.
You have been talking. So we know it was violently pushed because that's what they was having an argument. He said, "Get out." So he was saying, "And I'm going to force you. I would make like all these things." This was a conversation. They was going back and forth. Get out my tent. Make me. Push them. You push me again. I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna show you. He pushed them again. So this is aggressive. This is violence. This is not just, hey man, can you just please move? No, they was in a heated argument trying to forcibly get him out of someplace while it was a team game, while it was in the rain. Like you got to put all those things into the conversation.
He kept embarrassing him.
This young man was also 6'1", 220 pounds, football player, versus this kid was about anywhere between 130 and 150. He's a much bigger stature of a man. So his push might be much more different than what you are trying to make it out to be.
Mm-hmm.
So the facts that we have is a kid came to school with a knife, went into a section.
Hold on. Hey,
all right, so here we go again. Go ahead,
please talk to what
get it off your chest. Get it off your chest.
Yes, I want you to talk to what I'm saying.
Get it off your chest.
Thank you. So I want you to talk to what I want you to talk to the words that I'm saying, not just talk about anything.
I'm not talking about anything. I'm talking about the case.
Okay.
These are the facts we have. And maybe these are the facts I have. I'll say that. This is what I read, and this is what I gathered from it. A kid went to a school event with a knife in his backpack, potentially, or went to the other side of the opponent's teams, went to the opponent's team's tent, was chilling there, potentially based off of what his uncle posted on, or his father, or whoever posted on Facebook, had previously had issues with these kids. So he went somewhere with a knife, went to a school event with a knife, knowing that he shouldn't be doing that. Went to the section where he has beef with people, apparently, supposedly, has beef with people, sat somewhere with them, next to him. They start having a back and forth. The kid tells him to leave the tent. He essentially says make me reaches into his backpack. So he already had on his mind what he was going to do.
Can you hear me, sir? I did not say any of those things. I asked you to talk to what I said.
I didn't say anything about what you said. I'm telling you what I read, and this is what
okay, so this is why we having the back and forth, right? Because you are just talking whatever you want to say, right? And I'm telling you
exactly.
So I'm telling you that I'm talking towards what the actual, because the police report came out.
It's funny because I'm given the situation that happened to get to the point of why I don't feel some type of way about something, and you just keep on going, AR. I sit here and let you get your shit off.
No, it's not about me getting
conversation. If you want to have a conversation about it, we can have a conversation about it.
Conversation.
If you want to have a conversation about it, we can have a conversation about it. It's not a conversation every single time that I get to talk. You interrupt me, and I sit back and let you talk. It's not a conversation.
Because it's called the Sharon Pricey Show.
I'm fine with that. I 100% understand that. Just don't say you want to have a conversation with me, and then just do this shit repeatedly. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Don't say you want to have a conversation, then when I have a conversation, it's just this bullshit.
Wow.
No, but you are not talking to the problem is you're not conversating with me.
Yeah,
you're not conversing
people.
with me.
You do talk at people. You don't talk with people or to.
And I'm trying to get you to talk with me so we can have a conversation. This is not if I'm telling you I read the police report, I'm giving you the police report that came out today, and I'm telling you this is what happened, and then you talking about speculation of his uncle said this and this person did that, they had beef. I'm telling you what happened, and you telling me again a hypothetical of rumors.
It's not a hypothetical. There's a little screenshot of his uncle saying it, and it's from the article I read. So you're sitting here saying, oh, well, I'm telling you about this article I read about the news that just came out today. I also read an article on the news about what came out today, which included the screenshot of his uncle saying these things. So I'm talking to the news article I read. You're talking to the news article you read. Your perspective is from the news article you read. My perspective is from the news article I read. You're saying that you believe it's this based off of the information you read from that news article. And I'm giving you what the information in the news article I read said.
This is not a conversation. What I'm telling you is the police report. Okay. You telling me what you seen somebody.
All right, here. How about this? Pull up the police report. Let's go over it. Then we don't have any issue. Pull up the police report and let's go to it.
The only issue that we have is that
let's go off of the same information. Pull up the police report and let's go over it.
The issue that we having right now is that you don't want to stick to a conversation. You just want to say whatever you want to say.
Okay.
That's not fair to a conversation.
Are you gonna pull up a news report, a police report, whatever, so that we can focus on the same thing? Okay.
That's crazy. I don't understand why is it difficult to have a conversation towards a certain topic.
It's not difficult at all. It's difficult for you to understand that there's different perspectives and different opinions. And yours isn't right.
It's not about me being right.
But it is, because you're sitting here saying, well, the article I read said that he was pushed violently.
I'm not talking about an article.
So how do you know he was pushed violently? You just said it was in the police report.
Because they was arguing, they was going to, there was a fight. I don't understand.
You just stated that you read the police report and that's where you saw it.
Why it's violent is because they was in a fight.
Okay.
That's the reason why he stabbed him. I don't understand. So what you saying? He pushed him like what? You say he pushed him in a nice, soft way? That's what you trying to.
You want to adjective violent on? To be honest, the article I read didn't even say he pushed him. It said he grabbed him. I'm going off of you saying that he got pushed, and you saying that he got pushed 3 times. Nothing in the article I read said he got pushed 3 times.
That's fine because you're reading an article and I'm reading a police report.
Oh, exactly. Thank you. So it's not you. I just said that you're getting information from the police report, and that's what you're basing yours off of. Pull up the police report, so we're looking at the same thing.
So you go look for the police report,
right? You look for it.
No, because you're saying that you're quoting the police report, and I don't think you are.
Hold on, because you are the one that is giving the false information. I'm telling you that article that you're using is not anything. It doesn't mean anything. That article is not going to stand up in the court of law.
Okay, you read the police report. From the police report directly, or did you read an article that said it was citing the police report?
No, I read it from the police report directly.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up the police report right now, and I'm gonna see where it said he was pushed 3 times.
Ooh, okay.
There you go.
Well,
That's what you need to do.
He gonna pull it up. Oh my God.
It's like, so this way you don't have to keep making up the story as you go along and try to.
What website had the police report posted? What website had the police?
Because I wish I had it on my thing, but I had took it off because we started a new stream. But yeah, and it is okay. And it's okay for us to just have an honest conversation.
What website did you see the police? Where did you pull the police report from?
Look for it.
I am looking for it, but I'm getting. I'm looking for it, but I'm getting a bunch of. I'm getting a bunch of news stuff. So if you have you
so damn smart, but you can't Google some simple shit.
I mean, I'm just a little bit smarter than most people.
I don't think so.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't ask you what you think, though. Respectfully, I didn't ask you what you think.
Respectfully, you a damn fool.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'll put it in the back for you.
Appreciate you, sir.
Because you can't.
Found it 10 minutes ago.
Right, like I don't understand why you can't find. Like, ain't nobody trying to fight you, bro.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, sir. Shut your ass up.
This shit is crazy.
Right.
I don't know why.
Pull it up and it's taking you forever to pull it. You still ain't pull it up? Damn. So damn smart. I got all this shit to say, but can't pull up a simple Google search. Shut up.
All right, so I'll pull it up this way, and we could go through it together. Hopefully, can we see it, or is it too small to see? Damn.
Can you look at? Is there a plus up there where you can
do something?
Zoom in, maybe.
Let me see, because goddamn vertical. That's what I get.
Hold on, let me see real quick.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Yeah, we can see it good. Now let's go ahead and break it down so we can check this nigga real quick.
Yeah, let's do it. Now we can discuss. This is what we're going to talk to. We're going to talk to only the arrest report. Let's get it. All right. So on blah 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 blah. That's his statement.
You want to read the initial narratives?
This is just the officer. So this isn't.
Okay, got it.
This is just the officer. Can we?
You don't want to see what the officer said? I mean, he left my office, ran across. Okay, you don't want to read him, right?
No, that's just him saying that when he got there. It's not even talking about the incident.
Okay, arrest report. Okay,
there was a chain that he said no. In response, I'm not alleged. I did it. I searched this person. This is not even talking about the incident. It's just talking about him arresting him. You can scroll down a little bit. Identifying subject. He provided his name, date of birth, blah blah blah. Upon arriving at the jail, clothes remained. I drove. That's not even. It doesn't even go into the incident. You can scroll down.
Okay, supplemental.
Operating for the bus dispatched. When I arrived on the scene, seated on the sidewalk. Do not have any weapons. Could be considered self-defense. Scroll down.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. All right, hold on. Was receiving an emergency call regarding an athlete that was stabbed. The originally unknown assailant was a black male. The subject was possibly wearing a hoodie at around the same time. Police officer, school resource officer arrived, was working in 50th sector. Mark, blah, blah, blah. Around this time, we were walking a black man stepped away from the stadium, was crying hysterically. You can scroll down. The weather began to turn. All right, who the fuck cares about the weather?
No, the weather's important.
Weather's very important.
Okay.
Very important.
And that's the reason why he was under the tent.
Preserved it. Okay, yeah.
You so damn smart.
Okay, gotcha. Began using officers all seen which one that was used in the area. Just looking around, the rain began to come down again heavily. On the color vessels.
That's not important.
I had a total of 33 calls. You can scroll down. A sign, blah, blah, blah. There's just had been stabbed around site, finding care. I grabbed a roller from the procedure when I was blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Partial witness who identified himself says blank began telling me what happened, asking where the stabbing occurred. Blank advised it happened in the pop-up tent, Memorial High School pop-up tent. in the visitors' bleachers. I informed Sergeant Otis where the witness stated the stabbing occurred and gave him the crime scene tape. I then had Blank move to the walkway under the visitors' bleach out of the rain to further speak with me. The following was a summary of my contact. Scroll down. Austin, the suspect, who was later found as Karmelo Anthony, was from Centennial High School and was sitting under the memorial. Austin had told Anthony he'd move out from under. He'd move out from under their team's tent. Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin, "Touch me and see what happens." No one really thought Anthony really.
God damn it! Needed to move. Let me read it out loud for the people that's watching, so it won't be too much bad there. Open it and reach inside and proceed to tell Austin, "Touch me and you see what happens." You mean to tell me there ain't no violence in that? Oh, no one really thought Anthony. Wait, I don't even know where I'm at. Goddamn. No one really thought Anthony really had any weapon in his bag, and Austin proceeded to touch Anthony, and then Anthony told him, Austin, to punch him and see what happens. Okay, so we see his violence, right? He already pushed him. He said, "Now punch me." A short time later, Austin grabbed Anthony. Okay, now he's grabbing him to tell him to move, and Anthony pulled out what Blank recalled as a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. Austin began grabbing his chest, telling everyone to get help. Advised he did not know Anthony's name, but instead, so now we see 3 times.
Where do you? What?
So did he not?
I'm gonna read it, and you tell me to stop. Tell me to stop where I read 3. He was pushed 3 times. Austin had told Anthony that he needed to move out from under their team's tent, and Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, reached inside, and proceeded to tell Austin, "Touch me and see what happens." So up to that point, I don't see anything about someone being pushed.
Okay.
No one really thought Anthony really had any weapons in his bag, and Austin proceeded to touch Anthony, and then Anthony, Anthony, it doesn't mean push.
He touched him.
First of all. Okay. It doesn't mean push. You said he was pushed 3. This is the issue. You said you quoted from the police report that he was pushed 3 times. So, Austin proceeded to touch Anthony, and then Anthony told Austin to punch him and see what happens. Still no pushing occurring based off of this police report, this witness's statement. A short time later, Austin grabbed Anthony. Still not a push, and this is what I said. I read from my article. You said you read 3 pushes in the police report. I'm still trying to get there for you. Don't worry. I know this is your channel. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm trying to get to what you were talking about. Seems like what I read was a bit more accurate than
Sharon. He think he eating right now.
He do. The crazy part, that's like he's like it's kind of sad to hear you read a police report and then act like we don't understand that these people was in an altercation. Now we are acting as if he was like politely pushing him out the way. It's weird, to be honest. These are young kids, right? One of them is damn near 100 pounds heavier than him.
So,
but you could go ahead and act like
a short time later, Austin grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, and Anthony pulled out what Blank recalled as a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. So he was touched, basically probably like, touch me and see what happens. He probably touched him with his finger. Nothing about a shove, otherwise it would have been mentioned that he was shoved. Nothing about being pushed 3 times, otherwise it would have been mentioned that he was pushed not once, not twice, but 3 times, or at least multiple or a few times.
Did you read the whole report?
Okay.
We're getting there. This is just one witness statement. We're going to get to the other witness statements. They said there was 30 of them, 30 witnesses there. I don't know how many gave statements, but we can find the 3 shoves because you guys read the full police report. You should know where the 3 shoves, which witness statement has the 3 shoves.
Okay, I don't know why you fighting so hard, but we could keep on reading it.
Okay.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Like the crazy part is just that all we're doing is reading information, and you hostile for no reason. I don't understand, but hey, we could get through. We could keep on reading through it, and it is fine. Y'all could claim me as gaslighting because now all the main problem I be having is that all of a sudden everything got to be so literal and black and white. All of a sudden, like we have no goddamn understanding how things is written. Like that is crazy to me. It's weird. Like all of a sudden. But
the reason we're doing this,
we can keep reading. It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to explain. You don't need to tell me. You don't need to tell me why.
This is because when I was stating my stuff, I was talking in hypotheticals and I was getting bad information and whatnot.
I don't want to know why.
It's not for you. It's for the viewers. It's for the viewers. Don't worry.
Right. this is the part that is annoying. Now
after hearing I drove to the scene, Anthony was transitioned. That isn't
wrong with y'all
matter in this regards. Can you scroll down? Can you scroll down to maybe another witness report? Oh wait, this is fine. Asked what happened. He said they were all sitting under blah blah blah. Want to know who did not walked over and sat on the tent. Told this male that since he did not go to the memorial, he had to leave the tent. Austin and the male went back and forth and often stood up and pushed the male to get him out of the tent. Blank had said during this time of arguing, the male was reaching in his bag. He had. It was at this time the male took out a knife and stabbed Austin. I think this is the brother's testimony. I think he just said that. You can scroll down. And that's just the testimony or the ESD or whatever. That's just life-saving stuff. No, you're good. That's a lot of officer responses. It's just view on the body. Turned over. Yeah, you can just keep scrolling.
We're gonna get a lot of videos pretty soon.
Yeah. Blah blah blah. And keep going.
Yeah, that's the coaches.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to.
Where you at,
How
baby
did you
girl?
miss that?
I missed it. I'm sorry.
No. Let's talk about smarty pants over here. Smarty art type nigga.
What I'm saying has nothing to do with whether he put his hands on him first or not. It's about the proportionality of the force used. And you being pushed one time or grabbed one time.
The boy is much smaller. It wasn't just him. It was 2 or 3 boys.
It was. There's none. I have not seen any wit. And here we go. With. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Thank you. I don't like yelling, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad.
The boys were much bigger than him. The weather, they could have just let him sit there and not bother him at all. He still would have been. I mean, had they not bothered him, he still would be alive. Well, let's talk about proportionality. He put his hands on me. I then let's see. I was protecting myself. He put his hands on me. He said, I'm not alleged. I did it. He put his hands on me. Yeah, he said it about 3 times. He put his hands on me. I told him not to. Yeah. So, yeah, Sharon, right? He said 2 or 3 times. I mean, maybe not specifically say push, but he told him, don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. That should be. So he already warned them, do not put your hands on me. Because after that, what happens after 2 or 3 times of telling somebody, do not put your hands on me? After that, it's up. I don't care what. 200 pounds. They were much, much bigger than him. He was probably scared for his life. I would not doubt that.
He was so scared for his life that he stood there reaching in his bag to grab the knife. Doesn't make sense to me, but
that's crazy.
That's fine. That's fine. Again, nothing in there, nothing in any of the police report, which you said that you read and that you were quoting from, said anything about 3 pushes, 3 shoves.
He said, don't put his hands on me.
Can I? All right. Are you still going?
Yeah, but you keep lying because you need it to be an absolute for you to believe it for some strange reason. I don't understand.
The issue was because I was saying stuff and you were criticizing me as saying that I was just talking to hypotheticals. I wasn't really talking about the same thing or the accurate information. You said I wasn't giving accurate information. The article I read wasn't accurate information. Your information was accurate because you got it from the arrest report. So I said, pull up the arrest report or pull up the news article that you read, so we could be working on the same information. So it's not, I'm not the one that started this, but we can keep going on being specific. That's fine.
AR.
So he did say,
do not do it
again, my position isn't about.
I'm gonna ask you something. Don't reiterate what we was just all a witness to. Please don't do that.
It seems like you have. I know you're getting up there. I don't know if short-term memory loss is a thing in your 60s, but my foundation isn't about who put their hands on who first or who instigated what first. My position is the amount of force used in defense is not proportionate, and that is most likely what
you don't
the
get
jury
to determine that, though.
Yeah, you don't get to decide. Once
you're
someone touches
opinion on it, you're asking my opinion on it. I'm saying I don't believe. In my opinion, that's what we're doing, right? It's not about what I get to determine.
So
Nobody
what's
here
your
gets to
opinion on
determine it. It's about.
It's okay. Let them. So you saying that the only way you could stab somebody if they stab you?
I mean, there's other things that you would be able to stab someone for. It doesn't just have to be a stab to a stab. Like I said, he could have punched him, and that would have been proportional. Most likely, people would have found that to be proportional.
AR, if you about to get jumped and you got a weapon, you're not going to use it.
Nothing indicated that he was going to get jumped. And if I was, it depends on the situation.
And you ever play team sports?
For sure.
And so when one of your teammates fighting, what usually happens?
Really depends on the situation, honestly.
Right. We know nothing's 100%. But what in general happens when you are fighting somebody on a team?
If someone pushes someone if someone pushes an opposing member on the team, people try to break it up first. If someone punches the other, yeah, okay, all right, of course. Yes, that is what happens 99% of the time. If you watch any basketball game, if you've played basketball, you know when someone gets pushed, it doesn't turn into an all-out brawl. That's just not what happens. Otherwise, there would never be any basketball games in certain communities.
So again, so when somebody is fighting another teammate, I'm very specific with my words.
Now we're talking hypotheticals again. We weren't doing hypotheticals earlier. Now we're back to hypotheticals.
I'm being very specific. So when a person is fighting somebody on a team, what does the other team members usually do?
I just said what they do. They usually try to break it up. You said that we weren't doing hypotheticals earlier. You said to speak to the situation, speak to the facts. Now you're bringing up hypotheticals. And I'm just wondering, are we doing hypotheticals or are we not doing hypotheticals?
We're not doing hypotheticals. No.
Okay, this is not hypotheticals except when you bring it up. All right, got it.
All right. That's not a hypothetical. I'm literally, because you're literally making up false equivalents to the conversation. Like the young man was hiding under a tent on the other team, and the other person was being violent towards him, saying, "Get out."
You said he was hiding under the tent?
Yes,
Did anything in the witness statements
from the weather?
Did anything in his statement say he went under the tent because it was raining? Because there was witnesses in the stands while it was raining.
Right.
So did anything in the witness? Did anything in his statement, or are you just assuming that, or are you just bringing that out? Because I didn't see anything in there that said that. I'm
not being obtuse for no reason, right? I'm understanding what actually happens in life, and you are trying to make it seem as if that if it ain't exactly black and white, that then therefore you don't want to have a conversation about it, and only your facts is the ones that is exact, 100% true, because you read an article that the uncle said this, even though you don't believe what the uncle said, but you still using what the uncle is saying. You're using everything that is against the young man instead of just saying, "Hey, this sounds like what normally happens," and we are using our thoughts instead of trying to paint a picture of one person being bad when we clearly hear what the story is saying.
I'm done with the article. We're going off. I said that before. Bring up the arrest report, and we'll only talk to the arrest report. Only talk about the arrest report. I'm not bringing up false information.
Hold on.
It's not my facts. These are objective facts. I'm talking about what we saw, not about what we don't know.
You cannot possibly. I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but you keep trying to go backwards and say you said and I said, and this what I'm trying to.
I'm not talking about that. You just said that I'm trying to use that. The only
fact right now you say I said. I don't want to hear that I said. I'm talking to you.
I'm responding to something you just said.
You're not.
You just said it. You just said. You literally, when you were speaking, and I wasn't talking. When you were speaking,
allow me to talk, please. Hold on.
I just did, and then I started talking. You interrupted me again.
Hold on. I'm trying to get you to understand something. We are having a horrible communication, and it's not good that we keep breaking down in communication. I'm talking towards something, and
You're right, Pookie Bear.
You don't speak to what I am talking to.
Whoa.
And that is the issue that I'm having.
Please pause.
So just let's have a conversation to what I'm talking to and not just say something completely different than what I'm talking to. Please. Was from the police report, was Austin the aggressor in that police report?
I would say that. Wait, is Austin's the one that is gone now?
Yes.
Correct? Because what was his brother's name? Hunter or something? Okay. So yeah, Austin.
I'm asking you a question.
I'm answering your question.
Was the kid Austin, right? You cannot.
Yes,
there's no way you answer my question by asking me something.
I've already stated. No, I was answering and you just interrupted me. I was trying to make sure I got the names correctly. Yes, I don't think that Karmelo wouldn't be the aggressor but the prosecution might try to solve it. But in my opinion, based off of what we know, I don't think so. I think it would have been Austin. And I said that earlier. And again, I said my position isn't about who the initial aggressor was, because that's not necessarily what matters in self-defense. That is definitely a component of self-defense, but that's not necessarily the only thing that matters. It's also about, again, proportionality. So yes, I do think that Austin was the aggressor.
Thank you. I don't know. All right, so Austin is the aggressor. And we also understand that Austin put his hands on the kid as well.
Yep.
Okay, so now how can you say that the kid that that was getting spoken to aggressively and got hands pushed on when he asked him not to, he even there and said, "Hey, you put your hands on me," found out. So it shows that it's some kind of a real argument being there. So now how can you suggest how much danger the kid was actually in?
Because nothing in his testimony. Well, I guess he didn't really give one. He just said, "I did it in self-defense." Nothing in the witness testimonies said that it seemed like there was going to be something like that. There was nothing about being pushed one time or being grabbed one time that would indicate that your life is in danger.
So what would you need?
Any individual. I didn't get to finish. So
you did. You literally stopped and paused.
Damn, I'm sorry for no, I'm not gonna say that was kind of crazy. What I was about to say. I'm sorry for my mouth was dry, so I was licking my lips and whatever. But
dude, what is this underhanded conversation
what is this?
that you're having that we have to keep telling you to pause, nigga? Weird shit.
I got you 1050. All right, so now again, so what would it take for you to say? You need him to say something specifically. You cannot see and understand what normally happens and what can somebody be afraid of and what somebody can't.
If he was actually being jumped by those, as you guys would describe them, 200+ pound brothers, and they were throwing them to the ground, pushing them, punching them, and stuff like that, then there would be a discussion to be had about pulling out a knife to defend yourself. You're saying the only way, right? You don't need to reiterate it. We got the picture that you say. You think that you're not understood? We understood. It's just funny because it seems like even though you keep on repeating yourself and talking about you keep on saying
I don't. So I don't want to do that. I want to stay to the topic. I do not want to talk about.
Can I read this, Sharon?
I don't want to.
With uninterrupted. Thank you so much.
I'm not. Go ahead.
Hush your face. Hush your face.
Whoa.
This is crazy.
Okay. Advised he was sitting under the Memorial High School pop-up tent with his team and was near the victim. Austin and the suspect, who later identified as Karmelo Anthony, was from Centennial High School and was sitting under the Memorial High School tent. Austin had told Anthony that he needed to move out from under their team's tent, and Anthony grabbed his bag and opened it and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin, "Touch me and see what happens." No one really thought Anthony really had any weapons in his bag, and Austin proceeded to touch Anthony, and then Anthony told Austin to punch him and see what happens. A short time later, Austin grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, and Anthony pulled out what Blank recalled as a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. Austin began grabbing his chest and telling everyone to get help. Blank advised he did not know Anthony's name, but stated another Memorial's track member. Blank was friends with Anthony, and could he identify Anthony? Described as a black male, skinny, with a possibly goatee. let's see. Yeah. So he sat under the other school's tent and they told him, you can't sit here, basically. It was raining.
Indeed. With AR, man, like as far as the Daniel Penny situation, how you feel about that?
Was that the
The
subway
guy
thing?
that choked out the subway dude.
One second. With that situation, I was in support of the dude that put him in a chokehold.
Say what?
Why is that?
I supported him because I think anytime you say I will kill you, I actually also believe this when it comes to saying hard ER. But this is just a personal thing. I know it wouldn't ride in court, so it is what it is. That you at that moment, I think that it is that self-preservation comes into play.
So you think that amount of force was necessary just because he threatened some people on? Did he even threaten Daniel Penny, or did Daniel Penny hear him threatening somebody else?
He was in the. From what I remember, he was in the car, or I think they were in the car already, like in the subway car, whatever it's called. And he said he kept on asking people for money or food or something like that. And he was like, I'm willing to kill to get, or something about I'm willing to kill or something like that to get food or something like that. And people, and the women and stuff started running away. And then the dude ended up subduing him, put him in a chokehold, and as soon as he passed out, he let him go. So it's not like a situation necessarily like Derek Chauvin, who had his knee on his neck for 10 minutes or something like that. From the witness testimonies I saw, it was he put him in chokehold. As soon as he was out, he let him go.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, that's crazy to me.
That's fine.
Right. This is crazy.
I ain't
He
gonna
knew
lie.
what was going on, man. That was a hard chokehold for the man to choke his life out. But with this situation right here, man, with all the facts or just with all the statements, man, I definitely think it was a bullying situation. If you look at it, black kids that are in like majority white neighborhoods or majority white schools do get picked on all the time. It's pretty much a guarantee they will get picked on. It was raining out there, so he should understand why that dude was under the tent, or he might just be evil, like we tell y'all white people are. But there's almost 100-pound weight difference. He trying to push the man out the tent. Obviously, he knew the man already because you said the uncle said that. So this ain't the first time he tried to done this to the kid. That's why the kid had the knife on him. That's why the kid told him, bro, like, I'm done with you bullying me, bro. If you touch me, I'm gonna stab you, bro. You said they knew each other, right?
I said that I believe that's what I saw. That I believe that's what the uncle said in the article.
According to the brother, they didn't know each other in the police report. So there's a
but according to Fantastic, according to Fantastic yesterday, the brother had his back turned.
I don't.
According to Mr. Fantastic, he said the brother had his back turned. So how can we even go off his story?
Who's Mr. Fantastic?
Nobody important.
Their brother's story.
But
the Prince of the Manosphere.
But
regardless,
regardless, I don't understand that. I don't understand how you could see that the dude choked the dude out on the subway is okay, but this one is not. That's wild.
It's pretty simple.
Because nobody was physically harmed. Nobody was phically harmed.
Nobody was touched at all.
You don't have to be physically harmed to fear for your life. And if someone is saying I'm going to kill you,
so you said
if someone says
his life?
If someone says I'm going to kill you, or I'm going to kill you, or says it to another person,
he didn't say I'm going to kill you. He never
did he say it to Penny? No, my friend. Did he say it to Penny?
You don't have to. In self-defense cases, it does not have to be directly to you. You can act in self-defense of a third party.
Did not say that.
Yes, you can act. I didn't say
words in that boy's mouth,
but
and that's
it's not self-defense.
I'm telling you what I didn't say that
man.
he said that. I'm telling you these different situations where someone can say something.
Did he have a weapon in his hand? Did he have a gun?
You don't have to have a weapon. You don't have to have a weapon in your hand.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Did he have anything in his hand?
All right, so hold on. Let me get this straight. Let me make sure I understand.
I'm not here to figure out whether he's serious or not. If you
It's
say you're gonna kill me, if you say you're gonna kill someone else, or if you're saying you're willing to
we
die.
know y'all biases.
Hold on.
Look, bro, we
on.
already knew what you was gonna say. That's why I asked you. So that other shit you said
No,
about
if everybody already knew, there was no reason to ask me.
That's fine.
Well,
Anyway,
no, I
so
was
you
just
think
trying
I'm gonna change my answer?
Hold on, we can't.
I'm just trying to let you know your point was bullshit.
Hold on. Y'all don't understand. We cannot hear when y'all talk over each other.
Yeah, 10, 15. No, I'm just playing. I'm sorry.
So again, even though you're saying this man was aggressive, that we understand that we all agree that Austin was the aggressor. He's the bigger man. He has his whole team behind him. He's using that as an intimidation factor, whether they wanted to jump in or not. You cannot now say that, and then he pushes them or touches them, according to you, because we got to be literal to what it says instead of act like we don't have no comprehension clues to how kids communicate. It's no, hey man, you shouldn't be in this. Say, touch me and you find out. Since when conversations happen that way? Hey man, you don't need to be in my tent. Touch me and you find out. You don't want to see what's in my goddamn bag. All of a sudden, we have no kind of context clues whatsoever. That's crazy to me.
I'd like to also add is that you do have the right to remain silent as well. So you don't tell everything right then and there as to the motive and the reason why. No. But don't put words in that boy's mouth like that. That's crazy.
And so, like, we know he's aggressive. He touched them, he moved them, and now you saying because he touched them, even though the young kid felt threatened enough to say, "Hey, if you touch me, you're gonna find out. I'm gonna go in this bag and you're gonna find out." He felt threatened enough to warn them and say, "Hey, this is what I'm gonna do if you do this to me." So even though the young boy is showing that he is fearful of his life, that's why he's reaching for his bag, you still don't want to say that, hey, I believe that is okay for him to fear for his life. Whatever was going on in that heated moment, that quick 30 seconds of conversation or however long it was, he thought to go to his bag. Why are you just negating that fact?
Which fact did I negate? He went into his bag that he feared for his life. Which one?
Yes.
Or something else?
All the fear for his life.
Yeah, I didn't negate it. I've said repeatedly that just because an individual, they perceive it they think that they fear for their life doesn't mean that the jury will. So in the context, and let me finish, in the context of the trial, it's going to be up to the jury. My personal opinion is if you get pushed by one person, that's not justification to pull out a knife and stab them. If you get grabbed by one person on the show, well, we don't really know how he got grabbed, so that's still up to the debate. But if we go by the push based off of it sounded like one witness's testimony and whatever. Yeah, one push is not enough reason to stab someone in the chest. That's not proportionate to the.
Okay, but if you are in fear of your life, is that enough to stab somebody in the chest and run away?
Do I legally speaking?
Oh my God, I'm asking you a question.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody is in fear of their life,
if someone is in fear for their life, if they fear for their life, they should do whatever they need to do for self-preservation.
Okay, so
why
you argue if the young man was in fear of his life?
It's not about whether he was in. I already said way earlier that he can be in fear of his life. It's about whether it's a self-defense case or whether I believe it's a self-defense case or not, or whether it would hold up as a self-defense case in the court of law, and I don't. And these are the reasons why. That's how it all started, and that's what I'm still standing by. Okay, it's okay. I can fear for my life being in a sundown town or being around a bunch of white people. I can fear for my life just because of whatever. That doesn't mean I just get to shoot people because I fear for my life. Fearing for your life is only one element of a self-defense case. There's also other elements. You can't. And again, proportionality is what matters the most.
Please, just stick to the subject. Because you saying just because you are in fear of life, you just start shooting. We ain't talking about just start shooting. We talking about the person is actually addressing you.
That's fine. I can get pushed. I cannot just because I get pushed and maybe I get pushed by a skinhead or someone that's like, oh, you're dirty blood, all of you deserve. Well, the die.
Why do you keep flip flopping? Why don't you just stick to the facts? You keep adding all these extra nuances that now you want to bring in some skinhead. You're just like, it's weird.
It's again because you guys are focused on the fearing for your life thing.
Focus on the facts that are at hand. You want to bring in other shit that don't got nothing to do with
the facts that are at hand. I'm the one that brought up the arrest report, and I'm fine reading. I'm fine with only sticking to those facts. But you didn't find the arrest report. When Sharon was just talking, when Sharon was just talking, even when you read what you read on the police report, it has said nothing about anybody thinking they're going to get jumped, anybody thinking about jumping the person, or him getting jumped at all.
Why does it have to be so literal now? I don't understand. So again, this is what
I'm answering her talking about me being not literal and talking about hypotheticals and all this other information, quote unquote adding information. That's what we're talking about.
How stuff goes, though.
No, real quick.
They're not going to definitely say that. Oh, we was going to jump him, so he stabbed him. Like they going to tell him themselves.
I understand they're not going to say it, but you can't just go, oh, they didn't say it, and because I think this is what happened, that's what actually happened, and then call it a fact. That's my issue. Is that you're saying I'm bringing up all this other information. It's not actual facts. Let's just stick to the facts. But then when you guys describe the situation as, oh, he was about to get jumped, they were talking about.
Okay, hold on, Miss Deb for $19.99 for support. Thank you, Miss Deb. Because it's like I cannot stop you from talking at all. Now games with the $4.99. So I try to read these chats a few times already. HQ Riaz, did the boy feel a higher level threat because of his stature? This 100-pound difference will be key in his defense.
Mm-hmm. And so, it was more than one person.
So the problem is, AR, is that like you're not you. That's okay. I don't know why we act like we don't have context clues in conversations, and it's weird.
So now we're basing off of context clues. I don't know which one you guys want to do. Sometimes it's context clues that are okay. Context clues can go both ways.
It's okay. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I know that. I want to have a conversation. I ain't trying to put no blame on nobody.
Nope.
I just want to have a conversation towards what we are saying. And for some reason, it's difficult for you because you can't substantiate it. Fine.
Okay. There you go with the shots again.
That's not a shot. You're not.
Go ahead.
You think you substantiating something, but you're not, because you are all over the place. And I'm trying to get you to get to a direction so we can understand. Okay. Even when I'm asking you, if the young man feared for his life, why can't he defend his life by stabbing somebody one time and running away? That's literally
if someone feels like they fear for, or if they have fear for their life, you can do whatever you want out in the situation.
Oh, now you
just know. Okay. No, I've said that repeatedly. Yeah, I said it repeatedly. Okay, you can do whatever you want, but we're talking about whether you can make a self-defense case for it. I can say I fear for my life.
We're not. You can say you fear. No. See, you're at. This is why we having such a difficult time. We are not.
The whole point of talking about whether you fear for your life is based on the self-defense
case. Stop bringing up the jury. This is why I keep telling you to bring up the trial. Stop doing all these other extra things, because that's not what we are talking about.
Okay.
I'm not glad we finally got it so you can understand. That's not what we are not talking about, the jury and what the jury might say.
I'd like to also add that it says it should be also noted that the suspect asked me, is he going to be okay, while he was in the back seat. So he didn't even know, if he killed him or not.
It sounds like he
just know that he stabbed him. Yeah, it just sounded he stabbed him. I don't think he knew that he took his life.
Yeah, I don't think there was I don't necessarily think there was. Someone said that he stabbed him in the heart or something like that earlier. Like, wait, this was way earlier. I don't remember who it was. I'm just like, where did you get that from? It just said he got stabbed in the chest.
Yeah,
but
chest.
So
yeah, it's crazy. Welcome to the show, Free Zone Lou. What up, Free?
Hey man, what's good? What's good, y'all? So what happened to real quick? What happened to Uncle Tom? I'm out the loop, man.
Uncle Tom, I believe hopefully y'all can see we pinned it. The Cash App that you can actually hit to support his family. He was on a live stream 2 days ago on the 7th. And his house caught on fire. It seemed like it started from the garage from the video that we had seen. And it was caught on live while he was streaming, and his whole house burned down. His cars burned down. He's able to get the family out, the dogs out, the children out, the car before anybody got hurt. But he lost his cars, he lost his house, he lost his clothes, everything. So, like, even though, he's not necessarily a fan of this show because he's always throwing shots at innuendos at me, saying that how I'm doing this. But, in a time of need, we need to all like attempt to band together and help each other out when we can. Any dollar helps at this moment. Insurance is going to take a couple of months before he get any of that.
Right. Yeah, let me shoot him. I'll shoot him some bread, definitely.
But make sure you say SBG when you do it too. God damn it!
I got you, bro. I got you.
Because the Izzy Bands didn't tell you about it. SBG told you about
it. Oh no, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that was crazy. I played the video earlier though. It was wild. Like it's crazy.
But I'll say this, bro. I hope what
and
you
also
doing
please don't know.
that man, yo. I don't know if he been character. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, 10-15.
I was saying, I don't know if he been character or not, but I hope what you doing humble this man, bro. Because every time I hear him talk, he got some wild shit to say about black people, and sometimes it's just like, dude, is that shit even called for? What you saying right now? Like, that's his character. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you asked him, black people would never do what you doing right now. So maybe I hope this guy do get humbled, unless he in character and he got to make his money. You know how they be, but I mean, good shit, bro. Good shit.
I believe he's using his sister's Cash App for collection. I just dropped the link, the Cash App link in the chat. And also I'll drop his channel too.
Oh shit, what up?
What up?
10-15, what's good, bro? What happened? Damn, I was talking to somebody.
What's good, fam?
I missed everything.
What up, Lee?
What's goody? Free zone. Yo, who? Damn, let me go back. I'm gonna go back. I ain't even going.
Hey, Sharon, why do you keep saying that what the jury thinks doesn't matter in this conversation?
Because we don't even know who the jury is yet.
But ultimately, I get that. But ultimately, the jury's opinion is all that matters. Our opinion don't really matter about this case.
Oh, yes, it does.
Well, I think
I don't think so.
The jury.
Absolutely, it does.
In Texas, it matters, fam. It matters.
We get to start to see what we willing to back up and everything, because everybody's watching this case closely. So it's going to have the people on the AR side, the racist white people, that's going to be like, yeah.
Come on, man. Why? Come on, man.
I don't know why you chose. I don't know why you chose to deal on that half of your brain today. But
I'm on my own side, man. Because what day is it? Is it Wednesday? See, that's there it is right there, man. It's usually I flip. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 1 week is one, and then it flips the next week. So like next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is gonna be the black side.
It's annoying as hell.
So so yeah, Lou. So we could get public opinion to be a little bit more dealing with information instead of saying anything else. Let me go. My baby and my grandbaby's here, so that's why I don't think I think AR is wilding right now, in my opinion. But y'all get ahead and have the conversation while I go get my grandbabies and see my babies.
Oh,
they about to yell at me while you gone.
Nah, I don't think he wilding. I think the kid gonna take a plea.
I could see a plea.
I'll be straight up. I think he's gonna take a plea.
Involuntary manslaughter, which is most likely I think what he'll be charged with.
Manslaughter probably do at least 5.
No, you
get out on good behavior.
5 years.
Anywhere from anywhere from 5 to 20. Anywhere from 5 to 20.
He's not doing no 5 years. And for involuntary manslaughter,
he should not do no years.
Because it's gonna be tough for him to argue self-defense. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. It's gonna be uphill battle.
No, he already admitted to doing it in the police report. He said, "I did it."
Well, if Zimmerman got off, he should get off.
Well,
yeah, that's wild.
Okay, so Zimmerman.
Yeah, ain't it?
Before I even talk about this, I think you don't necessarily have to win the case based off of self-defense just to get a more lenient sentence. And I don't think voluntary manslaughter has a minimum So I don't think he's doing a minimum of 5 years. If he can even convince the jury that there was some level of self-defense or whatever, they're going to be more lenient on him, even if they ultimately find him guilty.
Yeah, they're gonna have to prove that there was reason for deadly force to be used, and a bunch of dudes that aren't using deadly force, and him saying I was in fear for my life. That's not gonna cut it, man. It's just not.
But it's not about cutting it to make them to win the case. It's more so cutting it to get into the jury's mind to give a more lenient sentence. And even when you're talking about deadly force, the defense is probably going to bring up the fact that these types of knives are actually allowed on school. They're not even considered a weapon. So what he did, in his mind, he wasn't using a deadly weapon in his mind. He was using something to defend himself.
And
go ahead.
No, I'm about to say, so you willing to take the fade? So if you just say, you said, oh, they didn't say they was gonna jump him, but just say you think someone's gonna jump you, and you had a weapon, you're not gonna use it, or you just gonna take the fade and let them jump you?
Go ahead.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I wouldn't use it.
Yo, Lee, it's fire.
Them shit's fuego. Look at them little ass shoes. Them shit's cute as hell.
I would like.
Let me see.
I read a part.
What, those some new Travises or something?
Oh, damn.
It's cute.
I mean, them shit dope. Them some Travises? Like some,
yeah, that's the new Travis. Travis Scott.
So,
the new Travis
I
Scott.
don't even know who that is.
Damn.
Don't even know who it is.
Who's Travis Scott?
That's crazy.
Is that the rapper?
Who is Travis
Scott?
So y'all gonna take it then? Is that what y'all saying? Y'all gonna take it? The
I
beating?
don't fucking know. Travis Scott's a rapper, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about as big as Drake. It's weird that you know who Drake is, but you don't know who Travis Scott is. That's crazy.
I do know who Travis Scott. Ain't that somebody baby daddy? One of them Kardashians.
Yeah.
Shit, he sound like that little spoon there.
Ain't that what it is?
Kylie Jenner. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who he is.
She said that like a straight Karen, man. I know. Ain't that one of them Kardashian little boyfriends? That's insane, man.
I'm auntie age now. Okay, I'm auntie age. Okay, I want to read this part. I could not really get anything out of Hunter. I asked him what happened, and then he stated, let me see. Hold on. When I arrived at the crime scene, already marked off. I made contact with Hunter and somebody else, and they were both breathing heavily and crying due to the nature of events. They were with the coaches on the field, and it was pouring down, raining. We made the decision to relocate to the locker room, just blah, blah, blah. Once in there, things calmed down a bit. They were still hysterical, couldn't really talk. And there I learned Hunter was the brother of the victim. I attempted to ask them both what had happened. I could not really get anything out of Hunter, but Blank stated he wanted to speak. I asked him what happened, and he stated they were all sitting on the bleachers under Memorial High School tent when another male who he did not know walked over and sat under the tent. Blank then said Austin, the victim, told this male that since he did not go to Memorial, he had to leave the tent. Austin and the male went back and forth, and then Austin stood up and pushed the male to get him out of the tent. Blank had said during this time of arguing, the male was reaching around in his bag. It was at this time the male took out the knife and stabbed Austin and then left the scene. This was all Blank remembered when he talked to me. Yeah, so
sound like a bully situation to me. Sound like a bully situation, and the knife was necessary. It was 100-pound weight difference, bro. Come on, let's be real here. And who would push somebody out in the pouring rain, bro? Besides a bully, let's keep it real, fam. Y'all be acting like y'all got so many morals, nigga. But you'll push somebody out in the fucking pouring down rain
just because they go to another high school.
That, bro. Only a bully would do that. Use your head, fam.
Yep. He sized him up, so he's smaller than me. I can bully him. And that's what he did.
He pushed him from under the tent. Stood up.
None of this justifies deadly force, by the way. I'm just going by the facts of the case.
He perhaps he died, but he didn't know he killed him.
You don't determine that, bro. You don't determine that, all right? Because you the same person that said Daniel Penny That right there was that deadly force was
What?
necessary.
No, that was
No,
AR.
Well,
that was
somebody
me.
said
That was
that.
AR
Well,
So
what
sending
you
it.
so
think?
That was
Well,
definitely
let's
me,
hear what he
and I
think.
will
Let's hear what
stand
he
by it.
think. Well, what you think, brother? You think Daniel Penny was justified? You think that deadly force was necessary?
I don't even remember the
Well,
case
he
like
choked
that.
out that little Michael Jackson dude on the train. Come on now.
I'm sorry.
so I'm gonna. Y'all haven't answered my question either. So y'all will take that fate. Y'all take that beating.
The Michael
If you had a
Jackson
weapon to
dude.
protect
Would I
yourself.
take what? Would I take
No,
what?
I'm saying the you'll take the
Take a
beat
Well,
up.
shit.
no,
You'll get
no,
beat up.
it's. I can understand why he stabbed him. I'm just basing this on how it would play out legally. Like in a real life situation, what he did is understandable. But once you get on that in that court, there's a difference between what is understandable and how it actually is going to play out.
I don't think he knew he used deadly force though, because he
Yeah,
said
I don't think
he did
Yeah.
ask about his well-being, like is he going to be okay? So I don't think he knew the severity, because remember he stabbed and then ran. So
Right.
I don't think he knew the
Yeah,
severity
it's not like
of
he was
the.
a skilled killer and like, oh yeah, I know where to poke him at.
Yeah,
You
that's
gave him a
crazy.
warning. Gave him a warning.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to get out. You push me out in this rain, it's gonna be problems. It fucking sucks, but it's kind of dumb. But
Yeah. Yeah,
he
I'm gonna
should
say,
just
who are
let the
you to
boy
say
sit
that you
there.
can't be under the tent? Yeah.
Yeah,
If he ain't bothering you.
and I think that's the part that we missing out, because once he really give his speech and he's talking and he's saying how he was scared and how he just did it so he could get out of danger, that's going to change everything. The fact that the twin brother, which is that's going to put a interesting twist on it, because you can actually see the deceased person alive, so to speak, because they identical twins. So that's going to play an interesting role, I think, as well, right? That they could, if the lawyer's smart, I would absolutely, if I was the lawyer, use the brother as this is what could have, you know what I'm saying? A visual, because, normally we don't get to see the actual so-called victim. I don't even know who's the victim in this goddamn case, to be honest with you. Because
I don't think
this young man is a victim as well.
I don't think it's race. I don't think this really has anything to do with race, because
I didn't say nothing about race though, but yes.
No, I'm just saying, because people are going to try to make it about race, but I don't think it has anything to do with race at all.
When it comes to court, it's gonna be something about race.
It's a possibility.
I feel like people are definitely going to try,
I mean, it's a possibility though.
Yeah. It's sad. It's sad all the way around. Everybody.
I think some dude named Anton called me retarded. I mean, he can feel free to come up here and test my knowledge and all that shit.
Oh, that's a chat.
Come on up here,
person.
brother. He called me retarded. So
Uh-oh.
I mean, he
Well,
can
just
come up here.
They want your attention. You gave it to them.
Indeed. Let me fall back then.
Yeah. That motherfucker called me a bitch every other day. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's not him. No, that's not him. That's another guy.
Goddamn. Okay, so somebody sent me a video. It came out 5 days ago. Do we want to watch it?
Yes. I don't know what it is though. I'm kind of scared.
Yes, baby.
It's you.
Lee, you out here working out? That's what's up.
Navy is on her way from she had to go down the street. She's on her way back to come and hang out with you right now.
Get it in.
Navy. She's on her way to come and see you. She went down the block.
Oh.
Anybody can feel free to debate me on any topic if they ever thought that I was dumb. I'm just talking about anybody. Anybody.
Yeah, to see you.
They won't do that.
They definitely won't. I mean, they might
don't...
try because they don't know who I am.
They
like
don't
10
do
minutes
it.
away, okay?
I be talking all that mess.
But I mean, I think the court kind of made it like a racial thing by giving this man $1 million bond. Like, we know they did that because he black. I think the public, hell yeah, $1 million. Come on now, that shit is wild. Then it's people mad about people donating to his cash fund. I think that right there is a racial aspect because it's the white people that's mad.
Yep, they didn't do that when what was his name? The Hill dude. They didn't cancel his GoFundMe.
Yeah, I think race is being projected onto the case. I don't see the racial component.
I don't either.
Unless more information comes out.
Not even close, Lou. Like it's not even like it is nothing. It was just two young kids acting stupid and young. Too much testosterone and not enough estrogen around to release them.
Yeah.
You can't put the butter on the pancake. I'm gonna butter your pancake right now. Hold on.
Oh, I was just thinking about making pancakes too.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
And you
I
can
got
cook
these.
too, Sexy Red?
Yeah, you could. Don't take them. We
Let me
cannot
find
tell
out.
the
You're
men.
ready. So hold on. You're ready. Hold on, Sexy Red. You're already in my mind. You already could sing. You're already. Oh, girl.
You cannot tell the men. You gotta. I don't like that. I gotta keep them thinking I hate them because it makes it works.
Let's see the
story. A high school athlete fatally stabbed in the chest at a track meet in Texas. It happened on Wednesday morning after telling a fellow student that he was in the wrong place. 17-year-old Austin Metcalf died in his twin brother's arms. His father, Jeff Metcalf, is speaking out about the tragedy, and Jeff joins us now. First of all, Jeff, let me just start by saying that there aren't words to express how shocked and saddened we are by your loss. And
he looked like a horrible father, by the way.
As a parent of a 14-year-old boy and an older man who's now making his own way in the world, I just can't imagine how you're facing the rest of your life without your son. I wanted to ask you this question. I know, 17 years old, amazing. And he was an amazing kid too. We'll get you to speak about him in just a moment. But I think a lot of people at home are saying, wait a second, how does this happen? He goes to a track meet on Wednesday and is murdered. What happened?
Murdered.
I wish I had all the answers. The answer is my son is gone and he'll never come home again. I want to clarify something right off the start because I've already heard some rumors and some gossip. This was not a race thing, and this is not a political thing.
Bars.
Please do not comment if you do not know what happened. Do not turn this into a racial thing.
Talking to you, AR.
Do not politicize this. It's not.
This
is a human being thing.
I don't know.
This person made a bad choice.
Yeah, I think so.
And it affected both his family and my family forever. It's a very unfortunate thing, but I know exactly what was happening. His brother was there who tried to save him and he died in his arms. So if you weren't there, please don't spread rumors.
His twin brother Hunter was there, and as we pointed out at the top of this, his twin brother tried to save.
Hey.
So if he tried to save him, if he took the knife out, that could have made it worse.
Yeah.
Well, he already took the knife and threw it into the stands.
Yeah. So.
No, I think I read the report.
Oh damn, I'm on the damn thing. AR, you want to respond to the father because he was talking to you, sir. He said your name specifically.
He didn't say. I'm not making it a race thing. What are you talking about?
He said your name specifically. He said.
I'm so confused. What did I say that implied that I thought it was a race thing?
He said, AR, listen, stop playing around with me. Stop making up these rumors.
What? Oh, y'all trolling me. All right, my bad.
It's okay.
That boy smart, boy.
That boy good.
Let's see. Y'all want to play a little bit more to see if anything else come out of it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Him. Couldn't save him. And Austin died in his arms. He spent the last moments of his life in his brother's arms as he went to meet God. But what did Hunter tell you happened?
Oh, shit.
Well, the track meet was being delayed. Each individual high schools had like their own little tents to go sit under. And they were sitting under the Memorial High School tent. The individual was saying some words and they turned to him and said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I'm Mello." And he said, "And he had a Centennial track."
I don't like that when he be talking, he be closing his eyes when he be talking. That seems like he's lying.
He could be thinking about his son too, though.
That too, you're right.
Well, it seemed like he added some stuff though.
It seemed like it's add a little sauce on to it because your son was pushing him out from under the tent because he didn't go there. But okay.
Because he just said that he was just talking, and they said, "Who are you?" Which one was it? Was he just sitting there being quiet, or was he over there talking and they said, "Who are you?"
I'll go back a little bit.
The individual was saying some words, and they turned to him and said, "Who are you?" And he said, "I'm Mello." And he said, he had a Centennial track sweat on. He said, "Hey man, you're in the wrong spot. You need to go sit with your team." Words were then exchanged. I'm not going to get into the exact details. I know what my son told me, but they asked him to move. And when Austin grabbed his backpack to move, take it, he stabbed him in the chest and killed him.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like they left a lot out there.
You know, we're seeing a picture of Austin on the screen right beside you. Just a
that's his last high school.
And at the same time, while he grabbing his stuff, even if that's true, why are you touching my stuff?
What I don't like is that you should be quiet. You shouldn't even be on the news. This just happened.
Yeah, speaking on open cases, crazy.
I don't think that's wise.
What they call it?
Yeah.
You everything is going to be considered evidence. Everything that you say from that point on is considered evidence.
Especially if your son gets on the witness stand and says something contradictory to what you said your son said when you was on Fox News.
They're not doing this right. I should be a lawyer. Shit. What the fuck are you doing up here? Get up there.
Yeah, but it's crazy too because I don't say all the parents do it, but most of the parents after something like this happens, they get up on the news and say something.
I think it's best.
I don't understand why they do it, but no, I don't think so.
Public opinion on their side, I guess.
Yeah, like I don't.
Nah, you let the public make up their own opinion and then let the facts come out as they may.
Correct. Maybe like a post like, "Hey, we're grieving, we're such and such and such and such." But you don't. What happened? You don't talk about that. And then you already messed up because I heard him say words were exchanged, but I'm not going to get into the details of it.
Exactly.
That already don't sit right with me. So
now, why that part bothered you so much? I like to hear. And we almost had 100 likes, Shaw. 30 more likes. Why you said that part is the main part that made your ears perk up?
Because those words that got exchanged could add a greater context to how this all went down.
Do you see how the father introduced or mocked the boy? Well, my name's Mello. I'm from Centennial. You see how he all of a sudden I don't know. That part didn't sit right with me, Sharon. If you play it back, the father's like, "My name's Mello." Like he made it seem like he was the aggressor.
Nah, any person who stabs my kid, I would talk big shit. Fuck that nigga. That. Yeah, you stabbed you killed my son. Fuck you. Right. I don't care what the result of the case are. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I could understand. I don't even think he should have been up there personally, but if you're gonna go up there, go shot at that nigga.
I get that.
I don't care who that is. I don't care who stabs my kid. Yeah.
I'm glad he said.
I would say it's easy to say that from this side. It's easy to say that I don't care who did that, and I'm gonna be mad. But when it's this big of a case, and you have so many other things involved in it, it changes because you don't get to stay in solitude with a situation like this. If you stay in solitude, then you got that feeling. But what you got to talk to many different people, Fox and all these other people hitting you up and try to get your point of view, and then you start to hear that they want you to sound like AR, you'll start to change a little bit. You're like, damn, y'all want me to sound like AR? Why y'all want me to sound like that?
Right, but Sharon, you said that when you have to. Do you actually have to? I don't think you do.
Right, you don't have to, but that's when the pressure comes in because like even Trayvon Martin, father, he did the same thing too. I don't want no fights. I don't want no race fight because somebody is talking to him and saying, "Hey, we got to try to calm things down." Somebody said something about that because they know what it's going to look like.
You
know what I mean? So it's a lot of pressure
Yeah, and anytime I hear that statement, don't use this for political reasons. Don't do. It's going to get done. Even more so after you said it.
No, but the thing is that you can incite the riot though. You as the get out what the
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Causing trouble in them Travis Scotts. I see it.
That when the dad says something, like if he'd have said something opposite of what he said, AR would have jumped on that. You see what I mean? I told you he didn't do nothing. He would say, yeah, my son is completely in it. He could have painted the same picture as AR, and he would have gave AR his confirmation bias. It would turn the optics into a different space. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they to coach him. So I think that's another component that we do got to talk about too as well. What's up, Tiff? Hey.
Yeah.
Tiff. But I also don't think there are any victims in this situation because it sounds like both of them had a chance to de-escalate and neither of them decided to. So I don't really see a victim in it.
Absolutely,
it's unfortunate. It's a very unfortunate situation, though.
If I'm attacking you, and then you ask me, you keep doing it, you gonna find out. What you mean?
No. Okay, so hey y'all. You're driving.
Hey,
what up?
One, as a person that lives legitimately 10 minutes away from Frisco, couple thoughts. One, I don't think they're gonna let this go to trial. I'm sure some type of plea deal is probably going to be done. If you had any questions about it, you see how the father talked about he understood what was said, but it's not a race thing and it's not a political. So he did not say, he felt uncomfortable saying what was said, but he knows that it's enough that somebody may see like provocation, right? A couple of things that severely bother me. Number one, as a Black man in America, you have a right to defend yourself. Amen. You don't have to kowtow because somebody is threatening you. If it's raining outside and everybody is trying to avoid rain, and you, because you're probably a dickhead because you play football and you got a twin brother and we know what some of those people are like, you, with your whole big chest, told that little boy to move. Now, with both of them, there's some issues. For me, it has to do with toxic masculinity and the inability of being able to regulate and also not being able to take an L, right? But my main concern, where are the goddamn adults? Because it was 3 scuffles on a track field. That means officials had to be there. That means some coaches had to be there. That means some parents had to be there. Where were the adults? Because though they are 17, we know young men don't always make the best decisions. So scuffle 1, okay. Scuffle 2, how did they scuffle 3 times? On it, like if you've ever done track and done relays, like like depending upon like what time was it, who was doing it, were people doing cross country, was like all of these things are factors. Please stop saying that he was at a school because he was not at a school. He was at a private field house because we have lots of field houses. He also has a really high bond because the average home in Frisco is about $650K. It is a very affluent area, very affluent. If you do not understand, please go to the Cowboy Practice Stadium. That is located in Frisco, Texas. Okay? So again, when you don't know, you don't know. But saying all of that, DFW has never had a race war because they don't play that shit here. They don't. So what's going to happen is you're going to have somebody come out, make some statements, and then we shall see. But I don't foresee this going to trial at all. I see this getting pleaded out. The father's already saying, like It's just that bad. This was a tragic accident, and you can tell that people don't listen. It's not as if he's like stabbed this boy to death. He stabbed him once. This is what you call a horrific calamity. Like everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. The adults failed them. Whatever training they had failed them. Their teammates failed them. Because everybody was probably all up in their feelings, acting like men, acting silly. And here we go. The bond, they are having a meeting already to try to reduce it. I'm not even talking about a record. You have a twin that's lost his brother, clearly a young man that's not violent, that is being painted out as a criminal. You have two families that are going to try to have to fight to recover any kind of normalcy for their children. And we want to sit up and holler and act like these are real fucking people. These are young men, that because we lean into toxic masculinity and it's very performative, this is the type of stupid shit that happens. It doesn't serve anybody.
Right. It doesn't. But you're right about it should have been de-escalated by some of the
where were the parents?
Adults. Where were the adults?
Where were
the situation?
You're not gonna tell me 3 scuffles, and even in 3 scuffles, like what Sharon said was very true. If we on the same team, when you fight, I fight. That's the rule.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a twin. I wish the hell you would run up on my twin. We both finna fuck you up.
But
so
you know what? You know what it was?
Why
he was in a rival area.
No. Go ahead.
I would say, you know what it was? He was in a rival area, and the parents or the coaches probably was cool with him beating up on him until that weapon came out. Then now it's like, oh shit, he stabbed him. Oh, like,
and it happened really quick because you can tell it was just like, it sounds like it was like boom, boom. Before the dad to sit up, like, you got to listen to what people say, because they told us that the boy reached in the bag to get the knife. He's saying his son took the bag to tell him to move and then got stabbed. So if we can pick that up in less than 2 minutes, when they really start digging into this is some bullshit going on. On top of, they understand that people are really hostile right now. Why do you think in 2025 at a high school place ain't no tape nowhere? Nigga, no. I call foul. I call bullshit.
Yeah, because this is the generation. They grab their phone and record everything.
Everybody is on the phone. Wasn't nobody on Snapchat. Wasn't nobody just on live. Wasn't nobody on TikTok. Wasn't nobody streaming the shit to YouTube. You're not going to make me believe that you have 75 people that could give you a verbal recount, but no video? Nah. Smell it for what it is.
And what's going to happen, the videos ain't going to come out until after the case.
Exactly. You not to see, this is the difference from the people that's from here. We understand how it works. But what's going to happen is that little boy learned a very valuable lesson, and everybody else in Frisco, Plano, McKinney, Allen, Richardson, all of these young guys are now going to see, oh, the niggas will fight back. Yeah, we're not going to be able to just run up on people, because I guarantee you they was trying to bully that boy.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody just reaches in their bag and tries to stab somebody in their heart. That is totally illogical.
Right.
Especially for somebody that has a 3.7 GPA.
Somebody Tiff.
Huh?
Tiff, did you hear on his date that that the young boy asked how the other boy was? He didn't even know. He didn't even know.
He was very much remorseful, and they even said he cried. Like, it's the way that people got on here and tried to make him like some fucking hardened criminal. It was damn near atrocious. You have 2 very young men that made decisions that legitimately cost somebody their lives. That's not premeditated. Like, he had a little knife in the little thing. Like, it's just all of the wrong things. My question is, son, if you felt that worried, baby, why did you not, why didn't you tell your parents? Like, did you tell them you felt like you had got picked on? Like, there's so many other following up things. We've got to allow this to play itself out. Stop getting on here convicting people without a trial.
The fact that the weapon was in the bag and not on his person lets me know that it's not premeditated as well. I mean, because if you plan on using it, wouldn't it be on your person and not in your bag?
I don't even know if it's that though. I don't even know. I don't like it, just because again, when Chaotic was up here, I absolutely laughed because I have had a Swiss Army knife my entire life.
Right.
I still have one. Like, we get one every year. Like, your grandparents either gonna get you a Swiss Army knife or a goddamn Bible.
Right.
Like, that's, you know what I mean? This is American. It's like, you're from the goddamn country.
Yeah.
And then the way that Frisco is developed, it's very strange because it's kind of city-fied, but it is still very rural. They still have like dog places, and a lot of horses get trained out there. Like, it's the South. And why did he feel okay telling this boy that you can't be here? This is not your team. Nigga, it's raining.
And what if he was just there for what if he just sat there for a few minutes because it might have been pouring down, raining just a little bit harder? He could have been just stopping by. Hey, I want to get to the other side, but it's just raining a little too hard right now. Can we just, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's one of those things. I'm just like, I just want y'all to listen. Sometimes take the emotion out, because we get so emotional and so reactive that they get to tell us bullshit. Did the baby have the knife in the bag or not? Because what you're saying is
in the bag. Yeah.
Did he just stab him in the chest? Oh, he said his name was Mello. Well, why did he feel the name to say, like, all of these things and all of this happened? Where the fuck were the adults? Because not only we got kids sitting up getting stabbed, is my daughter finna be behind the blincher screwing too? Where the fuck are the adults watching these goddamn things? You get what I'm saying? The fuck? These kids is fucking and sucking. Where are you at? It's too many things. It's too many like moving wheels, right? So I'm just like, can we just take a pause, take a beat, let the information come out, let's figure out what happened, and let's go from there. If the little boy did this maliciously, then you know what? I hate to say it, but he is going to have to serve some time. Even if it was in defense, we still have got to say, this was a horrible mistake. You've taken somebody's life, and there's no way that we can rectify this. But let's find a way that we don't ever have to have this happen again. Because this last track meet they had, the police presence and the adult presence has been beefed up. You had these kids out here by themselves. Like, something is way wrong. Purposely get set up. David, I don't think he would. They don't know each other. Like, these are not peers. They're at a track meet. They compete in the same district. They don't know each other. It's just a horrible situation. And it goes back to, can we please talk about toxic masculinity, people not wanting to take an L? We see that shit every day. And how this sector is affected by it. And y'all motherfuckers are grown. Now add 2 kids, teenagers, feelings, emotions, probably some cameras, some gravitas, and here we go.
Here we go. Shit.
And I think it's a good opportunity for us to start teaching our children conflict resolution and dealing with our emotions, especially the men. The men gotta learn how to deal with their emotions.
They said the men have to learn how to deal with their emotions so they don't end up hurting each other. Because men always say, men know when they get into it with another man that violence can occur when two men
You
get
can
into
lose
it.
your life.
You can lose your life.
Yes.
They do say that all the time on here. And so when I see men get into it and then they're able to resolve their issues and settle their issues, I think that is great representation of resolution. Conflict resolution. So it's good to see, like, sometimes, the men get into it, but then they get over it and then they able to just move on from the bullshit. So I think that's good with these panels sometimes too.
And I think it's like toxic males, not toxic masculinity, all that stuff.
Yes, I can agree to that. Masculinity is not toxic, but there are toxic males. Yes.
So I think when we add toxic in front of it, it is okay for us to say that because it got toxic masculinity and it has toxic femininity. You can actually use
toxic estrogen too.
You can actually use it got toxic, just like a human being. It's not next. I don't know what is that on the knife. And then so we got toxic humans, and then we got regular humans, and it's okay to put toxic in front of something where we start to see them moving in a very toxic way.
Okay. Toxic. You toxic.
And then what really is making me more mad is it's fucking track. Like, what the hell is going on? We done seen one baby get bopped in the head with the baton.
The baton.
Now you done got another baby. This is like, what are we doing? And what y'all are not even put together is y'all do realize these last 3 stabbings have all been in Texas. The girls that stabbed each other was in what's the guys that sing Waco? They're high five. Those 2 little black girls both stabbed each other. Both of them died. Both of them were 14. That was about 2 weeks ago. Now you have these babies because the girls stabbed each other. I want to say that Friday, and this happened with Wednesday with these boys. And then it's another one where a little girl has stabbed somebody. This shit is ridiculous. The anger is ridiculous. What's going on in Texas? It's very volatile. What do you mean?
Somebody, Karen said they drinking the Gatorade. That's a lot. Yeah.
3 stabbings, and they're all teenagers, and these have been very young people.
Because these babies not being taught how to deal with their emotions. They taught violence is the first
response
way to handle it. Yeah, instead of talking it out.
No conflict.
Taking a step back.
Yeah. But like when we were in high school and stuff, like we had mentees where if there was an issue, and again, I think we were putting a lot of sauce on a situation where these kids just did not know each other. It's just a number of different failures that have happened. Because you're not going to make me believe at this stadium in Frisco, y'all don't have no fucking cameras. You're a goddamn lie. I know that motherfucker's lit up. I know that them parents were recording. I know that somebody has some tape somewhere, and when it comes out, it must look really bad, and they don't want it to shake out. So they need to charge him with everything, try to slander the boy's name.
So you think they got it on video?
Mm-hmm. This is the snow job. Let me make him look as horrible as possible. Let me put all of the stuff out there. Let me make this boy look like, innocent, but he's got enough, I guess, blowback to where, when have we ever heard somebody call a white person a bully? And we've heard several people talk about those boys, right? And they don't normally do that. So we have that. Now we don't have no students talking about he was so nice and he was so kind and the twins are. We ain't heard nothing like that. What we have heard though is person after person talk about how sweet this little dude was. And you're looking at his things, like if your kids have ever played sports, you know that they fluff them heights and shit, right? Like it may say that his card is 5'9", but in reality, the nigga 5'6". You gonna put on there he weigh 195 pounds. They said this baby weighed 130. And the other dude was 215. I don't care what nobody say. You got that kind of size up on me, I'm not going to try to fight you straight up and down.
I wonder if they was pushing him back and forth, you know. But I don't know.
But it just doesn't make sense. Were they pushing back and forth? Was the knife in the thing? Did he like you picked up somebody else's bag and tried to move it in the rain?
Like, get the fuck on, get out of here.
Like, some ain't making sense. That's all I'm saying. Please allow the information to come out.
And they collected them cell phones. Oh yeah. I read in the police report. They got all them cell phones. Okay?
I'm sure that they do.
They got like 30 of them.
I hope that the right thing is done. I don't, again, being from this area, I don't trust it. I really don't. I will keep my eyes on the horn. The one thing that I will say is that if it tracks and his parents were at a different tax bracket, and if he has any kind of connections, he will be fine. Frisco,
I'm glad that he's getting support, though.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm kind of.
I mean, and I'm proud of us for that. Did you just see? They're, like I said, they're going to go over. They're trying to reduce the bail. We know that the GoFundMe is down, but the tip, whatever, so it's back up. He's over 250. He's going to hit his goal. They're being very supportive. Again, I think we just need to let the facts come out. Now we need to let these folks know we watching what the fuck they doing. You got more eyes than you normally do. So you might want to play this smart, because it's not just the Dallas eyes, it's the eyes of the nation. So now that you got all of that part.
That's the part.
What you gonna do? You gonna do it right, because it's more that which I would normally be able to sweep up under. It's just not gonna work out that way. And that's right now what I think the power play is they are trying to figure out politically how to make this be okay. But for the father to be on Fox News and say it's not race and it's not political, what you think that little boy called him?
We gonna see that. We gonna see. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like, this shit don't make sense.
It doesn't. Does not.
But I know you black men better stop coming up here talking about not being able to defend your fucking self, because at the end of the day, we march too hard, do too much for you to ever feel like you don't have a right to defend yourself. You are a man. If you are threatened and hit, you have a right to defend yourself. You do not have to kowtow. And as long as y'all do that bullshit, our young men are always going to be in trouble. If these motherfuckers know you run up, you're going to get done up, they're not crazy. One person got stabbed. It wasn't a mass stabbing.
And it was only one stabbing, too. It was one second. Pow. And he ran.
Did the other kid have a knife too?
No.
He had 100 pounds. And the other boy had a 3-inch blade. So that, I call that fair.
Did the kid that stabbed him get thrown in jail?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in jail right now. Oh, I thought that was AR. Sorry, unlikely. He get on my nerves today.
Damn. I'm catching the strays. It's crazy.
Look, the way you was fighting, the way you was trying to make that baby up, and you know I'm a boy mom. They gonna call me a mammy and everything else. I'm like, now goddamn, am I finna have to come up here and box for you niggas?
I think that
himself. That's some bullshit.
Yo, Lee, you was about to get the beats on you, boy.
Yeah, man. You ain't see how they been treating me all day?
Wow, for what? Yo,
I know.
They thought you was me for a second.
Not you didn't want to look up your own source, and then you want to talk stuff right now.
I was right. Whatever.
You were incorrect. You still wrong. Breathing is wrong for you.
Okay. Well, must be something. I didn't see 3 shoves in that article or in that police report, but it is what it is. I think part of the issue might be.
He said, "Don't touch me."
I think. Okay.
Don't put your hands on me. It don't matter. Don't put your hands on somebody. Pushing, shoving, grabbing. Don't put your hands on nobody.
Okay.
Keep your hands to yourself.
I think part of the issue might be that it seems, because I'm trying to counter what they're saying, that it might seem, or maybe I'm misspeaking or something when I'm talking. I don't know.
Yeah.
But to your point earlier, that maybe it sounded like I was calling him a criminal or something, and or that he's a thug or something. That wasn't what I was trying to say.
And I think I think for you,
If I could just say this real quick, if I could just say my point of me asking those two questions, is he thrown in jail? Yes. And did the other kid have a knife? No, right? I get the 100 pounds. I just think that in this situation is a perfect example of the government trying to play us for fools by giving everybody guns. Because they say you could defend yourself. Then when a kid that is clearly 100 pounds lighter than the other kid gets attacked, they throw him in jail. So it's like, that's why I don't really be trusting these laws, man. They'll tell you, oh yeah, you could defend yourself, stand your ground. And this happened out here in Florida twice in the last 2 weeks. So I'm kind of adding it all up. It's just crazy, man. Like it just seemed like a trap. Like tell the black man, yo, you could defend yourself. Here's a gun. Here's a knife. Here's a guy way bigger than you. Where it should clearly be, he should be just going home and not be thrown in jail and have to bail out and all this shit. But look, he thrown in jail, got to bail out, got the dad up there crying for his son and shit. So I tell people who got guns, man, just make sure y'all be safe, man, because they'll tell y'all one thing and then they're gonna do another.
Hey, that's a valid point. It's all good until we do it. Now I'm pretty sure the law might get changed and all that now. All of a sudden, they're gonna have stricter stand your ground rules, and all of a sudden, if it was the other way around, clearly AR would not have the same kind of thought pattern. Yes.
She has such the cutest little voice. Can we just understand that a lot of people, and this is not only just with whiteness, even with classism, a lot of people like to do rules for thee, not for me. And we already understand how our criminal justice system works to the point to where all of us have an issue with the bomb because we understand that whether he's guilty or not, if he has enough access to resource and capital, he can fight the case. And the fact that that's a thing, that's why you have so many people kind of hostile. That's why you have people saying like, well, they did it for Kyle, they did it for George Zimmerman. And we as Black people, I get that desire for the get back and for the misuse of policing and laws. But we have to stand on the side of like justice in the sense of he had every right to defend himself. And now we need to understand what that looks like. What are the repercussions? But if it was self-defense, his bond needs to be reduced. And they definitely need to review how they want to.
That kid gonna go to jail. Kid gonna go to jail.
I'm a bit
because
worried.
You know why? Because all day long they got Black people talking shit about Black people. We do it up here, talking shit, degrading each other. So his value as a Black man, like y'all always saying, Black men, Black men, Black men, his value as a Black man is lowered, and they see it. They record it on social media. They see how we talk about each other. So he gonna go to jail simply because of the fact that even y'all a white boy higher than him. Even y'all do it. Chaotic be up here. Chaotic got a whole channel. And look, I'm not talking about anybody on this panel. Don't get offended, but just think about the situation. Chaotic, Truth got a whole channel. I ain't knocking him, but he got a whole channel where he just put down. You know what I mean? So it's spaces where this happens, and it's just like I've been saying, it hits all of us when we sitting here saying, "Yo, Black women this, Black women that." It end up hitting all Black women. Now, when she go do some bullshit like here in Miami, a female bus driver killed 2 men, right? Dead ass. You're watching on the news. Killed 2 men, right? Because they were trying to attack her. She was a bus driver. 2 men tried to attack her. She shot both of them. They died. Do you think she walked away? No, they locked her ass up. Now she got to bail out, and she was completely in the right. Self-defense, stand your ground, and they still locked her up. So I just feel like when we sit here and we degrade each other, then they feel like, well, they've always felt like this, but us doing it to each other just gives them more of a recognition to do it. So it's like he gonna fuck around and go.
But do you understand now why when people like myself and PH Diva or even Venus, those of us that we really go hard for Black men, we be mad as fuck at y'all because it's like y'all don't know your value. Like, don't let nobody just walk up.
I don't go hard for Black men, really, Tiff? Wow.
You know what?
I don't look at.
You have been. You have.
I love Black men. I'm just not gonna tell them the fuck.
We got liberated, girl. We on the liberation freedom.
Don't tell them.
Train.
Don't tell the men.
Don't tell them. Okay, look. Let me tell them. Hey, suck. Black men ain't nothing. We back on. We back good. Back sisterhood.
Yeah, that's more the
No.
conversation, and that's been a conversation before the internet happened. Was like niggas ain't shit. Like you heard moms saying that to daughters and shit. Like it's always been a part of the thing. And then when these situations happen, this is where we're gonna get the short end of the stick. As long as we keep backpedaling on each other and saying we ain't shit, or yo, these are niggas and these is black men, when they all kind of stick together, no matter if he's a bully, no matter if he's 100 pounds over, and they know that if it was two white dudes there and one of they little nerdy white kids had the knife, they'd have let him stab him and been like, okay, whatever. But since he a black kid, and like we always saying, black men ain't this, black men this, black men 85% of them can't even fucking read. So what we need them for? Throw his ass in jail. This is what it comes down to, you know.
Nobody even said that. Now you doing
Yeah,
too damn much. What
I
is
think
this shit?
again,
This
that's
is
not.
now
This
you being
kid
No,
had a
I'm not
3.7
saying.
you came up here to gender war, nigga.
I'm not saying. Wait. I ain't make it about. It's men saying it and it's women.
What's
It's not just women. I ain't say
Where
women
do
at
you
all.
think the women get it from? Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, I'm
wait.
saying it's on both sides. I'm not arguing with you.
The women today have not said anything against men at all day. But the other thing is, even Chaotic was able to really read the situation for what it was and say like, yeah, this doesn't pass the smell test. And even he talked about how people were reacting to him. He's not unaware. And I know how people are saying like today, there are people that are always going to be provocateurs. And here's the other thing. It's like, why can they have somebody like a fucking Joe Rogan and Andrew Schultz, but y'all be on Chaotic's ass? Like they have toxic, no good white men on the internet all fucking day long. That man is making money just like
I gotta
everybody
cut you
else.
off right there. Because you going past my point. Yeah, right now he's talking good, and I heard his point. He made the right point, and he came at the conclusion that we all came that he was in the right. But during your whole like spiel online, you're saying niggas ain't shit, niggas ain't shit. You got white people online saying niggas ain't shit, niggas ain't shit. That is my argument. Is that it's the times where we all just on some black men ain't this shit, and they hear that, and then that gets out into the energy. That's energy. Our
Well,
words
how do
is
you
energy.
think
So,
women feel?
yeah.
They've been doing that to
I
women for
said the
centuries.
women
That's
too, though. Why you keep making it
crazy.
gender wise? I'm saying like just black people in general. We do it to each other. I keep saying that to you, but you keep trying to make it like I'm just talking about the men. I'm saying both sides do it,
Yeah,
and that is.
you want a gender bang, boo.
I don't understand that because
We ain't having
Yeah, I
that
don't
This
stuff.
get it.
kid had a 3.7 GPA, so I don't think he fits under that mold that you're talking
My
about, Lee.
GPA was 3.76.
got
Thank
two
you.
parents. Like everybody that's come up
now
here
what?
said his IG looks good. You've not heard
That's
anybody
my
say he's
whole
been
point.
with
Is that if y'all always highlighting the shit that bad men do, bad kids do, bad, like yo, just the other time, just like 2 days ago, they was talking about how 83% and 84% of black boys can't read above the 3rd grade level. This is what I'm saying. And I was saying that shit to Sharon. Hold up, now let me finish. Please let me finish, because you're not letting me finish. And I was saying to Sharon, bro, they gonna put you, and then I was like, Sharon, was you one of those black boys? And he said no. And I said, but eventually they're gonna put you in that same circle. So when we go, yo, black boys be the ones committing most of the murders or some shit like that. And then I go, yo, Sharon, have you committed any murders? He go, no. And I'm like, they're going to put you in that bracket. So when you feel the need to defend yourself as a black man, they're going to be like, oh, nah, black men be committing most of the murders. The statistics show, that's why I say them shits are fake. They're going to go, the statistics show this is what black boys do. So let's just believe a white dude. That's what's happening in this situation. That's what I'm trying to make it about. You keep talking about the situation at hand. Yeah, everybody right now is being sympathetic, but once the guards drop, just like we all marched, right? We all marched, and then 3 months later, niggas was back to shooting each other, right? We was all marching and talking peace. I was in Atlanta when they was marching. I watched the whole shit in Atlanta. They turned that fucking city up. I saw it. I was driving through the fucking city, and I'm trying to tell you, everybody was talking peace. 3 months later, niggas started shooting each other again. So that's my point, is that we always talk peace when they really show us, oh, y'all been saying y'all ain't shit. Let me show y'all that y'all ain't shit. Then y'all go, oh, wait, let's stand up for somebody. How about we just stand up for each other from the beginning? And that's on both sides. If we don't do that, then we're always going to have situations like this where somebody is in the right, like I brought up the bus driver out here in Miami, in the right, shot two people and still got arrested for murder. Twice, I think 2nd-degree murder. Why was that black woman, again, Sexy Ray, why was that black woman arrested for that. He wasn't supposed to be. This is a stand your ground
See how you
state.
trying to gender bang with me right now? I was behaving today, Sharon. I was trying not to have Tourette's. I was doing so good. I was behaving myself. And now you see how he came at me with the why the black women.
He said, but we did an extra 3 hours. I don't know. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Hopefully y'all showed Uncle Tom some support. He's also doing a stream right now, so I'm gonna just redirect everybody over there. Y'all can say hello. Everybody type SBG Nation in there and say, hey, salute Tom. Hopefully everything's okay. Sexy Red, you
might go live later, but I don't
have Sexy Red says she's going live. She's not sure. Tiff,
I'm live tomorrow.
and Tiff is live tomorrow, so nobody's going live right away. So we are going to just say hello to Uncle Tom and they chat. Say hello to him, and whatever y'all want to do over there is what y'all want to do. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much, Sharon.
Have a good day. Appreciate the time.
Sharon, I just want to say I really appreciate everything that you do for me. I really do. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to y'all later. I love you too, Tiff.
She said she appreciates you having me on too.
Oh yeah,
but she said it. She said.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.